It's snowing. Hey, we got a snowstorm on our hands. And I thought, what the heck? It's my day off, my YouTube day off. I don't do YouTube on my YouTube day off, do I? I guess I do. I guess I do. Especially when it's storming up. I'm going to give you a quick peek of what it looks like out my front picture window. There it is. Ain't that pretty? Ain't that pretty? It's pretty dang snowy, is what it is. Yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess, guys. So, anyway, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. I see folks coming on in. We got Urine out there, Shadow Scout Swede. Great to see you, bud. Great to see you. And Tails the campground host. I got him in the basement. He lives not too far from me, so I'm going to bring him up here with me, and we'll pop him right up there. We'll put him over here. We'll put the snowstorm down below us. And whoa, look at here. We got a guy driving. He's happy he's not driving here locally. There he is.
It's running water.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh no, I'm going through floods, rain, monsoons, wind.
Just the opposite.
Yeah.
Well, the equivalent, just different. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing, just a different temperature.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, my tablet's not going to show up with a virtual green screen.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Try to go off the radar. Forget it.
There you go. You throw the virtual up there with the snow in the background. That's fitting. And anybody out there, share it out. Yeah, let people know we're hanging out at the Sty Shack. Nobody knows we're here. I just got a wild hair, and I was chatting with Running Water, and I told him, I think I'll go live this afternoon. What the heck? I was going to be snow blowing all day today, all this afternoon. And that picture, heck, I'll make that full screen one more time and explain some things here. Now, that picture, if you look down in the lower left-hand corner, that's our snowblower with 6 inches of snow on top of it. It didn't have any, not even dusting of snow on it at 2 o'clock this morning. And it's sitting underneath a covered porch. That's a big covered porch. That's how much is blown in up against the house from the front just since 2 o'clock this morning. Well, actually, it started blowing in there probably about 4 o'clock this morning. But, and then if you watch up in the far right-hand corner, there's a suet hanger there, bird feeder. And there's a little chickadee that little bugger just goes for it and grabs on, hangs on. You can see him, he's pecking away, and he's just hanging on. The wind's blowing him, and then he flies off, and he'll come back, try again. But, yeah, we've got sustained 25-mile-an-hour winds out there right now. And I'm only about a half mile from the shoreline of Lake Superior. So you can imagine, we're getting plenty of wind. And if I had about 75 feet of USB cable, which I probably do if I dug through Running Water's office, that I'd have that camera out the back window, because we got a scaffolding back there for working on the roof of our shed, and that scaffolding's about 5 feet tall. The snow's within 6 inches of the top of that scaffolding. It was only about 14 inches deep before the storm started. So there's been a good 3 feet of snow blown in and stacked on top of that. And the worst part is it's right at the corner of the house, and I got to go around that corner with the snow blower, because that's our trail back to the parking area from the front. And yeah, it's a little deeper than the girth and the height of the snowblower. So, yeah, I got a feeling it'll be a snowblower, drag the shovel with me kind of situation tomorrow. Hey, thanks, Yoren. Thank you. Hey, Dean. It's good to see you. Dean, the dancing machine's in here. Yeah, it's a lot of snow. It's a lot of snow, Dean. And here we are, the end of February. Yeah, got a clear spot for his Freightliner. No, he parks that down the road here about, what is it, maybe 3/4 of a mile from here. And
Yeah, it's about 4 blocks.
I run down there with his truck when he gets into town and get him back here to the house, and then he's on his own. He runs around in his pickup, and he leaves the big truck parked down there. We got a big Midland cooperative down there that's got a big parking lot. He's actually lucky in here with the truck right now, because he'd have to go down there probably 3 times to move it so they manage the snow. They got that big open lot, and you look from their lot and you're looking right at Lake Superior. So I know they're getting dumped on there. Their parking lot's loading right up. Yep. Hey, Adventures in the Heartland. Yeah. And they had a bunch of snow there in Indiana. Was that about a week ago there, John? Yeah. Yep. Let her snow. It's that time of year. And I got such bad cabin fever, man. I want spring to come so bad. So bad.
I want to dig out the snowbank that is my camper.
That's it. When you messaged me and said that you're kind of jonesing and you're just ready to dig out the camper and drag it off to Copper Falls, and they got 3 powered sites there. I can just picture them, man. I'm gonna get in there. I'm gonna plug that puppy in, turn an electric heater on. Hell, what the hell? Turn everything electric on, and just stay toasty warm anywhere but at home.
Exactly. Stay toasty anywhere but at home. I've literally gone to Black Lake 3 times in the last 3 weeks and just snowshoed around the campground, because it's just like, I need to do something. I'm losing my mind.
Just that. Yeah. Cabin fever's getting you, man. Watch out. Yeah. Starting to get the ticks. I got ticks now. It's been such a long one. Yeah. Any of you folks out there in the chat want to come up here on the panel and chat, just let me know. I'll give you a link. Yeah, it's one of those days. We'll give you a link. We'll give you a linky.
Linky.
If I could find the keyboard for that machine. There we go. This is totally unplanned.
Yeah, I figured I'd come up and say hi. It's been a while since you and I've had a chance.
Yeah.
It's that time of the year where it's just like,
yeah.
The grind is real.
I'm thinking all the work I got to do out in the yard here this year, and that it's going to get to where I gotta escape kind of thing. So I'll be doing some 3 or 4 day weekends, camping. I'll be hitting Black Lake. That's for sure. But I can't wait to get out there, get everything in the yard, kind of get the flow of things going, to get everything set up. Yes, Yoren, I'm going to send you the link on Facebook, buddy. Will that work? Or no, wait a minute. I'm getting brave today, guys. I'm only going to put this up here for a couple of minutes so that people can jump on. I hope. Oh, no, I can't. Yes, moron. I'm sitting here trying to use my other system, and I don't have the YouTube side up, or the StreamYard side up, so I don't have the link. Um, but I'm taking care of that. We're going to take care of that. We'll get the link up. Get the linky up there. Hey, Aiden, it's good to see ya. Make sure I mute everything. There we go. There you go. You're on.
Trying to multitask, it's a dangerous thing.
Yeah.
Well, on a snow day, I would, get away with not doing something for 5 minutes, but no.
Well, and then for me, oh, come on, you guys.
Oh,
That's too kind.
Awesome.
From Jan, the Mystic Bunny. Oh, that is so kind of you.
Sty, you might need that for the gas can for the snowblower.
Oh, that's full. Hey, Yoran, good to see ya.
Hey, good to see you again.
You betcha. You betcha. The gas can. I went to put gas in the blower last time I used it. I picked that gas can up and I said, "Oh Jesus, running water don't realize I'm an old man. I only fill that half full because that some bitch is heavy." And that snowblower, I used it. This is no crap, guys. I ran that snowblower for a solid. I'm being conservative on the amount of time because I was out there for 2.25 hours snowblowing. So I cut it back to an hour and a half of actual run time because there was a couple of times I shut it down, but not much. So an hour and a half. I went to put gas in it, and I had only used about 1/4 of a tank of the fuel on that thing.
Amazing just how efficient those new overhead valve small engines are.
I mean, that puppy is so fuel-wise that, yeah, I know now I'll go out there, sweep that devil off tomorrow and start snowblowing. And I'm going to have a good solid 3 hours here of snow.
Oh, yeah. My old snowblower, my old John Deere with a flathead.
Oh,
it got an hour runtime out of a tank. This new one, I think I fill it twice in the winter.
Uh-huh.
Same with my lawnmower. My new lawnmower is the same way. I can mow the lawn almost 3 times on one tank.
Yeah, isn't it amazing? Yeah. Well, and you think back in the day, though, we didn't think twice. I need 5 gallons of gas. Oh, that's going to cost you $2.50. We didn't think. So what?
Well, a 5-gallon can, if I go with premium and to get away from the ethanol, I'm looking at $20.
That plain old Chuck's asking why we're not putting up beaches and palm trees behind us instead of all this stuff, because it's not that way.
I hate to tell you, Chuck, it's snowing.
Wrong part of the world.
Yeah, well, and you need the bad days to appreciate the good. Yeah,
you're right. You are absolutely right.
I've seen that meme on Facebook a few times now. You can either find joy in the snow and be happy about it, or you can be pissed off and still have just as much snow.
That's right. Yeah, you can be all upset about it, but that don't make the snow go away. I mean, and that's why I went live today. As running waters. I told them what's going on here. Hey, Kathy Gahan, I forgot to say hello to you. I feel terrible. Kathy. Good to see you, sweetheart. Same with Heartsight. Hey, sweetie, it's been a while. It is so good to see you over here. But hey, I'll tell you, I'm telling Running Water. I'm on Facebook telling him it is so freaking nasty here. You wouldn't believe this. Right? And I'm telling him, I'm just whining at him, right? And he goes, well, and I said, I was going to snowblow, get it all done today, because I'm back. I got a stream tomorrow night and blah, blah, blah. So I'm back on my schedule. This is my day off. This is the day, get it done. Well, Running Water messaged me back, and he says, yeah, it sounds like a good day for you to play with the audio because gave me a awesome sound effects sound card board, awesome machine, and I got to get that all cabled and matched into a open channel on my mixer and all that. I got, that's a lot of tweaking around and playing. And he says, today is a good day to do that, in the house, play with your sound, your audio, and maybe play some PS4. And I'm going, oh, shit. Yeah, he's got me thinking, oh, yeah, God, what a lazy. I'll kick back, play PlayStation, eat snacks. And then I said, I'm kind of thinking of going live today. And he said, it's too bad you can't get a camera in the front window, and so we can watch, what's going on out in the yard while you're streaming. And I said, and he goes, go to the office, USB cable box. You'll find one long enough. And no shit. I only found like 5 that are about 20 feet long, And so there we are, we get to look out there. Isn't that pretty? I mean, it's only 20 after 12 lunchtime here, and that blowing nasty shit out there. Oh, I can't wait till I can show that one. Oh, there's a vehicle going by with a plow on it. Yeah, that makes sense.
Hey, come back.
Come back. Hey. Yeah, I'd let them plow the sidewalks and the path to the back. That's the problem we have here is you really couldn't snowplow this, right? Running Water. What do we have? 2 parking spaces that you could maybe back in and get 2/3 of it pushed out. Otherwise, no, it's snowblower or shovel.
Yeah, you need a scoop, something that's going to grab and move the snow somewhere else.
Yeah,
to really push it to.
Yeah, because there's nowhere to push it except right out onto the alley in the back of the place.
So, Sty, Kubota?
Hey, we were looking at Elvis 6-wheel drives yesterday, Running Water, and he goes, boy, I'd like to buy one of those. I said, you can buy me one of those because it's going to be yours when I die. I mean, that 6-wheel drive amphibious rig. And I went and I looked at every video that's out there, and Joran might be able to appreciate that. But, it's a British rig, but the Swedes have a lot of them over there, man. Private owners. People in Sweden buy them damn things from Britain, and they're driving around in Sweden. And I'm like, and then some of their civil defense units use them and have them. Those Elvis 6-wheel drives are sweet. I'm telling. So Running Water sends me a picture of one going through about 6 feet of snow, is just flying through it. I'm just like, yes. God, I'll take one. Hey, Second Star, it's good to see ya.
Hey, Second Star, good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, folks, I met Second Star over at Joran's stream. Yeah. You've had a couple of really good streams lately. Lots of good conversations, man. There's me, Dibble, and King Bluto.
Yeah, I try to keep them good.
Yeah. Oh, no, you do a good job. And a lot of great Kathy, she says, look, a penis head, close up snowblower. Yeah. I get it. Look at that little bird up there way in the right-hand corner trying to hang onto that bird feeder. 25-mile-an-hour winds. That poor little bugger. He must be out. Well, it's pretty damn cold out there. said it was 11 below wind chill. So the another guy sitting right across on a chair here, yeah, are my long johns, 2 pairs of my heavy woolly socks, 2 down pullovers to put on. On the other chair is my big insulated coat. Yep. Guess what? I get to just look at it today. I ain't putting that shit on. I ain't going out there.
Hey, native.
Native Kutza. Yeah. It is always so good to see you out there. Yeah. John's having his lunch. Yeah, at work, John.
Needed more coffee.
Oh, yeah. It's a coffee day. It's a coffee day.
Sty, did you see the link on my birthday stream on Sty Shack?
Oh, yes. Yes. I've been all over the place lately, and I'm catching stuff kind of on the fly. And yeah, I saw the and that's good. I love that. And Joran uses the Sty Shack over on Facebook to post his activities, what he's doing, and
Can I make a grilled cheese?
and
Thank you.
yeah, as long as you make one for me too. the So that's on the 28th of May.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to look at this to see if I can, because they've kind of changed things, and I just don't see.
Well, you have 3 months on you.
Yeah, yeah, but I'm trying to look at where I'll figure it out later. But I'm going to get it pinned up in the announcements so it stays up towards the top, as
Yeah.
a featured thing.
Yeah.
So, being that it's out there a little ways, yeah, that should be fun and interesting.
Yeah. I got a couple of people I asked to help me on that stream. The first one is one guy. His name is Darren Dobson from Toronto in Canada.
Oh.
And then the other one is J. Mike, original from USA, but now living in Philippines with his wonderful wife, Norma. And the other one, the third one, is one guy. His name is David Below from Nashville, Tennessee.
Wow.
And those 3 will take care of the karaoke, not me. They take care of that. So.
Yeah. You're hosting, and they
are just co-hosts.
Yeah, they're going to MC for you. That's cool.
And I will probably run that for 4 hours. More than that would be overkill.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I over at yours the other day, we went over 9 hours.
9 hours, 3 minutes, 28 seconds.
It's stuck in your head because that was a long one. But that was long. And I couldn't believe all the different topics we got on and stuff. Travis would have had fun over there because we could have gotten onto the topics of power supplies and things of that nature. That would have been a blast.
Trying to figure out the next upgrade.
You're boy, I've been seeing all over Facebook. There's a couple of different manufacturers and outlets that are starting to pump.
They're really pushing it.
The lithium batteries are becoming available again, so they're really pushing them, man.
Right. my biggest concern right now is where am I going to put the thing? Because I don't want to put a $600 to $1,000 lithium battery on the tongue of my camper and then have it disappear.
No.
No, not to mention, they don't like cold, and I do enjoy cold weather camping. Right now, I'm thinking I'm going to see if I've got enough room under the refrigerator, because then it's inside where it's climate controlled and secure.
See, that's it. And I've heard that too. Is a lot of folks, they'll have this one fella I watched a video he did how he was modifying his kind of like bug out trailer, but it's just a camper, it's not an actual camper. He took a big utility trailer, converted it into a mini home that he can haul anywhere kind of deal. But he's got all the big, lead acid batteries, and the weight is his issue. And so he's switched all out. He went to lithium. But the problem is where his lead batteries, the storage unit, isn't insulated. It's in the trailer, but it's insulated from, how do I put it? It's insulated so no cold from that compartment can get into the trailer.
Oh,
he said, I gotta reverse that. So he was showing how he was insulating that compartment and then ventilating it and all this and that. And he's got all of his lithiums in there. Now it's insulated so that it doesn't let cold get to the battery compartment. And he's actually got it vented so that it'll draw room temperature air through that compartment. So that he says, my lithiums are always top and center. The cold doesn't affect them because they're at whatever the ambient temperature inside the trailer is. And
that's the exact plan I have, because under the refrigerator, there's a baffle, a vent
uh-huh.
to breathe through. So I'm like, well, that's perfect. If I put it in front of that, when the furnace is running, it's going to be drawing warm air from the camper into that compartment anyways.
Right. You betcha.
Is there enough room under there for a?
That's it. Is will it fit? Yeah, Yeah.
That means I got to take a shovel and dig my way into the camper and start measuring.
There you go. Hey, if I got to go out in that shit, so do you.
Oh, I can take care of my driveway. David's not home right now. He had to go to work.
My snowblower's at work. That's like running water. Hurry up and get home. I need water and flush the toilet. Hey, I have to mention, because Native Kutsa put it up there in a comment. There was a crash out here on the highway with 98 vehicles and 18 wheelers. Single crash, 98 vehicles. And she says, what a horrible incident. So running water, stay clear of Oregon for a few days.
Oh, yeah. Well, I saw up in our neck of the woods over there on 51, they had a mess over there.
I was say there was a big one down just literally north of Wausau.
Yeah.
They had a pile up down there, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, because people don't seem to realize that once you get close to USA, it's a whole different climate.
Oh yeah.
They were a good.
Hey, we'll see you there, John and Mystic Bunny. Thank you so much.
The thing is, running water, they were still a good 30 miles or so from USA.
Oh, so they're down there between that gap of 29 and 8?
They were just north of 29 by about 3 miles.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
you know where Fleet Farm is in Wausau, Sty?
Yep.
Yeah.
And when you get on the highway, you got to go up that big hill.
Yeah.
That's where it was, about halfway up that big hill.
Huh.
And then just south of there is an overpass. So the northbound lane, the accident was under the overpass. And then the southbound lane, it was on the downhill side about halfway down the hill.
Yep.
Yeah, it wasn't even to Highway 8. It was just north of 29
Yeah.
in both directions. That's the weird part.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of messes right there by Tomahawk.
Oh yeah, there's lots of
Yeah.
Tomahawk, but this wasn't even to Tomahawk. This wasn't even to Merrill.
Oh, geez.
It was where County K goes under 5139.
Right. Yeah, where it's still 4-lane.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's 4-lane all the way up to Tomahawk, which is a
Right.
good 30 miles
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and that's why you usually see that so much mess right there by Tomahawk, because
Nobody
people
wants
going too fast when they get onto the 2-lane, or
Yeah.
coming off the 2-lane and thinking they can hammer down and don't realize it's slick out there.
Yeah. Yeah. That Tomahawk region right there has always been yeah. That's one of those where, well, I got through there. Yeah.
I survived.
Without a moron doing something stupid. Yeah. That bottleneck going from the four lane down there. I've seen so many people
Well, the problem
screw
is
up in there.
nobody wants to be behind somebody else, so they fly right up to that bottleneck instead of, the speed limit changed about 1.5 miles back.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's-
And people don't just, continue the flow. Just continue the flow. Don't try to beat the next guy. Don't try to position. Just stay with the flow and everything will go fine. But oh no, there's always somebody who knows how to drive better than the next guy,
That's like when you're going south on there, you're coming from the 2-lane into the 4-lane.
Mm-hmm.
After it becomes 4-lane, you've got about 2 miles before it goes up to
Yeah, exactly.
65.
And as
But
being hammered down right there, they don't care.
boom, they'll hit it. They're on the shoulder trying to get around you, because, hey, we're on interstate now. And they're honking at you because you're going 55 still. It's like, well, speed limit, And the cops like to sit there right underneath that first exit.
Yes.
They do.
Yeah.
I laugh every time.
Yeah.
Because it's not until you get past the on-ramp that you're at 65.
Right.
At that first exit right there.
Yeah. And I always thought there too in that spot, the way the cops love, boy, that's a favorite trap right there. But I always thought that's where the herd mentality really comes into play, because the poor cops, it's just, well, I'll grab any one of them. They're all doing it, So if you're in a group and there's about a dozen vehicles and they're just all stomping on it, one of us are going to get it. But the odds of it being me are pretty thin because there's a dozen of us, there's only a cop there. So yeah, but the cops are just like, quota. Yeah. They love that spot, man. Yeah.
I got to agree with you, me Dibble. You'd think people up here know how to drive in the snow, but.
Well, and that's just like these morons that, they're suburban, what I consider suburban off-roaders. They go and they buy a vehicle that's called all-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive.
Oh, yeah, they're invincible. Just ask them.
And they think they're driving on dry blacktop. Because I got 4-wheel drive. I can drive just like I always do. The worst part with 4-wheel drive is tight corners and stopping. They don't get it. And I've seen so many guys with 4-wheel drives, guys and gals, and all-wheel drives, man, blowing stop signs because they're doing 35 and a 25. They come flying up the stop sign, and there they go, straight through the intersection. I shouldn't have done that. I got a 4-wheel drive.
Yeah, it doesn't mean 4-wheel stop.
No, you moron.
Well, when we were going to Wausau over Christmas, we had Stephanie's Rogue, and just south of Tomahawk, I started feeling the car doing this. I'm like, that doesn't feel right. And I mean, that's an all-wheel drive car. I should be invincible.
Right. Right.
Oh, I went the rest of the way from Tomahawk all the way to Wausau at about 40 miles an hour because that was the only way that vehicle was even remotely stable.
Yeah.
And
And that's it. Is a responsible driver is feeling the road. They're not imagining that they're invincible. They feel the road and they say, "Oh, no, this is the best speed." You know?
right, slow down.
The funniest one I saw was the ex's dad. He had bought, nice brand new Audi TT.
Oh, geez.
It's all-wheel drive, but it's got the dual axle steering.
Yeah.
Front and rear steering. He come out of that driveway and whipped a 360 out in the street there. It's like, no, you're turning a lot tighter than anyone else.
Yeah. Hey, Dutch Prepper, it's good to see ya. Hey, James, good to see ya.
Hey, Dutch Prepper. Hey, James.
Thanks for coming over, hanging out at the shack for a while this afternoon.
Yeah,
I'm just kind of burning time.
Yeah, he went from a 4Runner to that Audi, and then that lasted 1 year and decided, nope, he went to a Hummer.
But I mean,
I was surprised here, town I live in, Ashland. They got 2 Humvees given to their police department because they're trying to set up their SWAT program, all that. And so the government gave them 2 Hummers, right? So they're just like people that don't understand drivetrains, and just because it says 4-wheel drive doesn't mean it doesn't get stuck. Them morons took them 2 Humvees out here to the Bad River Indian Reservation, and they started doing a little off-road. They got both them puppies stuck at Tomlinson's Towing with their big rig. Had to go out there and had to walk in almost 100 yards of that big 3/4-inch tow cable into the frickin' woods to drag those Humvees out. And the sheriff was he pissed? He told those guys, he said, "What were you doing in there with those?" And they said, "Well, they're Hummers. They should have been able to go through."
No.
Just because they're Humvees doesn't mean they can go anywhere. You got to use some brains there, guy. And, oh no, these guys, they took them out there, got both of them just buried. But, hey, Will the Rocker, good to see you.
Sty, I was thinking though that this applies to more than just winter driving.
Oh yeah, anytime. I
got a new tow rig because I had more camper than I could comfortably pull in my truck.
Yeah.
But how many times do you see people with an F-150 or something, a 38-foot camper, their nose is pointing to the air, and it's like, that's not safe.
Now, I'll tell you what, we had gotten a mobile home, a trailer house, 12 by 54 feet, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was having a hell of a time finding anybody that could pull that thing for me. I actually went out there with my heavy 3/4 ton. It had a 1 ton package under it, but it's
right.
The heavy 3/4 ton Dodge crew cab, ex-Forest Service truck, actually, 1970. Primo shape, tough truck. Yeah. I was going to pull that trailer with that damn pickup truck. And finally, a friend of mine goes, No, don't
do that. Don't do that.
But we ended up pulling that big-ass mobile home with a 5-ton Ford cab-over flatbed.
Okay.
It's only a 5-ton truck. We're pulling that big-ass mobile home behind us. We hauled that thing down the highway doing 55, 60 miles an hour. Talk about a couple of damn fools, There was
a couple of brown pants moments, too.
We were too stupid to...
You were too stupid.
Yeah, we were too stupid to get scared. I had to use a big Kubota. No, it wasn't a Kubota. What was that? I don't remember which one it was, but it was a big 4-wheel drive ag tractor just
Okay.
to pull that trailer out of its site where it was sitting so that we could get a truck on it. And that tractor could barely pull that damn trailer out of there. Oh no, we hooked it up to a light truck and took off. The only reason he thought his truck was better than my truck is because that truck's got dualies on it, you know.
Okay.
It's got big rubber on it. Well, a 5-ton truck, that's its gross weight.
Right.
The weight of the truck was probably only maybe 3.5 ton, you know, and we're pulling this big ass mobile home down the highway.
So you're saying the truck you pulled it with had a gross weight of 10K?
Mm-hmm.
That's what my new F-250 is. That's the gross weight of my new F-250 is 10K.
Yeah.
So you pulled that with basically my F-250. Holy cow.
Yeah. But it was size-wise, the truck was bigger.
Oh, I'm sure.
That,
But
you
still,
know,
holy cow.
yeah. 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 That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I can think of all kinds of stupid shit I've done with vehicles.
Oh, we've all.
But I'll tell you what, and I've had a lot of people haw and argue with me about it. I just go, it don't matter because it's my experience. You know? But when we moved to Montana, I bought a 1946 Willys Jeep.
Oh, I want one of those.
Had a little inline 4 flathead in it. And I swear to God, I took that Jeep in places that I had people that were just freaking amazed that I got in there and got back out. There was one time I drove into this logging area that we were doing some logging in, but the road was blocked. There's no way to get there. So I took off right through the backcountry, through the woods. And here I come down this big, huge mountainside, jumping over logs and stumps. I'm only doing about maybe 2 miles an hour. And I'm just climbing over all that shit with that old Willys Jeep. There was one time I got it up where it was just hanging there, and there was 3 tires off the ground, only one touching, depending on which way I leaned. Well, I put her in gear and let the clutch out, granny gear, and I just stood up and hung onto the steering wheel, and I started walking across back and forth, and I climbed between the 2 seats to the back, started jumping till the back wheels hit the ground and pushed it off the stump, and then there I went. And these guys are standing down at the bottom of this area at a landing where they're stacking wood, and they're watching me for about 45 minutes come down that mountainside. I get down to them, and I go, God, that was tricky coming down that hill. They said, we have never seen a vehicle that could ever get through that crap. And they said, first of all, it's so thickly wooded, and it's all stumps. If there ain't a tree, there's a stump, and you got it through it. I said, well, the Jeep is only 6 feet wide.
Right.
So, yeah, I can get in between. You can always find 6 feet between trees, you know? And I said, if the stump's not more than 2 feet high, I can get over it.
It's a modern side-by-side.
Yeah.
That's what that thing was, is the modern equivalent of the old school equivalent of a modern side-by-side.
Right. Yeah. It was the precursor to a side-by-side. But what I really loved about it was out there. And I even told Chris, our soup over at the Forest Service, I was telling Chris about it. He was laughing. But what I loved about it is they gated so much of that national forest out there, put these gates up and said, you can't go in there. Well, the gates they used the height of the gate, you can't get a vehicle through, and they're big steel pipes across. Well, my Jeep, I could flop the windshield down on that bugger and pull underneath that gate, and it would just touch the steering wheel, and it would pop the steering wheel under it. And off I'd go, driving beyond their gates. The Forest Service out there told me, they said the least you could do is paint that Jeep camouflage or something. I said, why? What's wrong with fire engine red? Here I got the greatest off-road rig. If you got a boogie, get lost out in the woods.
Look at that, Sty.
Except it's bright red. Oh yeah, let me make that full screen here. Let's see what it's doing at his place. Oh yeah. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Now what are you?
Snow.
You're what, 45 miles south of me?
Yeah, thereabouts.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's got the same thing going on down there that I had going on up here. Yeah. See,
Hey,
looks-
Joe W. Life Adventures.
yeah, mine is mostly wind off the lake right now, but the snow's coming back, they say. So
Oh, it's coming back. I'm watching the radar, Sty. You're gonna get it any time now.
I don't care what time it comes, because no matter what, I don't think it can get it. It can make it any worse for what I have to do tomorrow than what it already has. So, if you put another foot of snow on top of this, it's still going to be a son of a bitch. Clear that all out.
You got the porch light on?
No, not
How
now.
dark it is?
Yeah, it's not even 1 o'clock, 1:45. It's dark out there. So I did turn that porch light on at 2 o'clock this morning when I looked out there before I called it a night, and I thought, holy shit, I just scared the hell out of the whole neighborhood. Running Water's got this LED porch light. What's it got? It's got 5 panels on it. You
6.
turn that 6? Yeah,
Yep.
you turn that bitch on, and it literally lights up half the city block.
Yeah, it's 160,000 looms.
And it's our porch light. It's not a spotlight, light up your parking area or something. No, it's just our porch light right outside the front door. You turn that bitch on. If somebody comes to the door and you don't have that light on, and they knock, and then you turn that light on, oh yeah, they'll pee their pants. Yeah, well, yeah, Minnesota's getting snow too. Yeah, it's coming through them. Yeah. Hey, Kimberly, it's good to see you. Kimberly Ferris is hanging out with us now.
Hey, Kimberly. Good to see you.
Yeah, I want to thank you, Joran, for coming and hanging out, man. That's nice.
Yeah, I saw you were live. We're going to live, so I decided, and the time was okay for me, so I pop in and see what happens.
Yeah, I like your new microphone too. It comes in good. Yeah,
it's a BM700 condenser microphone. It's made for podcasts and recording.
Yep. That's what I'm running here. Is I'm running it's a MXL 990 blackout, and that's a podcast too, Mike. But what I like about it, I got it a good solid 2 feet away from me right now. I got it 2 feet away from me, and it's a condenser mic. But the nice thing for me is I run it through a mixer, a very good, powerful mixer. And being it's a powered mic, I don't even have to use its power supply because the mixer's got phantom power built into it. I just hit a button and it powers my mic up for me. I don't have to use its external power. But a lot of times I'll run them both. That way, if something happens to one or the other, the mic doesn't fail. But with the mixer, it's nice because I've got this at maybe about a fourth of the power that I can throw to it. I can throw enough gain to this that I can get about 5 feet back and it wouldn't sound any different. But if I get 5 feet back, I can't reach the mixer to adjust it.
And this BM 700, it's a USB connection, which I prefer.
Yeah,
because I don't have their regular 3.5 stick jack. No, I don't have that. So
yeah. See, and that's it. That's the way mine the way it's set up. It's going to the 3.5, right? That's the way it comes from the factory when you buy it.
yeah,
But I was having problems with that jack constantly. It didn't matter if I was using the front end jack on my system or the back end. I was just tap it and you'd get a bad signal. Something would happen, Well, then now with the mixer, what I like is everything that goes into that mixer is 1/4 inch. So you got to use step downs, these puppies,
yeah,
and I jack into these, pop them in the mixer, but everything from that mixer is coming out USB to my computer. So I love it because I turned everything into USB. Yeah.
What kind of sound card do you have? Is it a V8?
I've got a V8, but I hate it.
There is another newer one, V9.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with that one. The V8, both Running Water and I got V8s, and it works. You got to run your mic through it for those effects to work. And the outgoing on it, I've had issues with the audio quality. It's over here you can buy them for under $20, and in fact, I got it sitting here. Maybe there's enough. Oh, maybe there is enough. Is there? Yeah. And the if you just want a few simple sound effects and stuff, it does the trick. But Running Water told me go in the office and get that plastic case. It ain't a case. It's a freaking dang.
Okay.
And this case has 4 latches. You pop those 4 latches, try to open it. You can't yet. You're prying away. And then I realized, I go, oh, what's this button on the front? Oh, it says here that I'm supposed to rotate this to release the air pressure. You rotate it and you hear the case go, psst. This case, when you latch it down, it creates a vacuum in the case. And it seals itself shut. It's vacuum sealed. And this button on the front releases the air so you can open the damn thing. And so he says, grab that case. He says, there's a couple things in there you can play with and see if you want to use that in your studio. And this is what's going to get hooked up here in the next few days is another sound card. This puppy looks like it's going to be fun. The Hainer Seek. But the features
and what's the price tag on that one?
I don't know running water. Do you know?
No, not right offhand. I I want to say it was like right around like 60 or 70.
And then I'm going to play with this one and see, because this one works like a 2-channel mixer, but it's got all the sound effects and
Yeah.
everything built into it. So I've got 2 additional options now in this case full of crap. But you know what's not in this case? Any instruction manuals. So I gotta I gotta go online and pull up their manuals, because there's a few specs that I want to actually that would be in those manuals that aren't written on the actual machine, that I'd like to know for the on the mixer end, you know. So yeah, that's what he told me to play with today during the snowstorm. And so I had to choose between playing with those or doing this. And I said, I'll do this. You know, those are toys to play with on the channel, sound effects and things like that, you know. But that makes it that much fun for us creators to do that stuff. Has anybody out there checked out my new channel? I only put 5 videos up. I'm trying to just see if I can trigger YouTube to start suggesting my videos.
I haven't seen any suggested videos yet.
Yeah, they're not. They're not. It's
What's
pissing me off. The channel is, let me see if I can. Share screen it or something here. I should be able to do this. Yeah. It's called Life's Sounds. LIFE''S Sounds. And the logo is LS.
Hey,
on
Dennis.
it.
There it is. I think I found it.
The
8 subscribers currently.
yes, that's the one.
Well, now it's 9.
Oh, cool. Thank you. Take a look at those and give me your comments. I'm gonna throw the link over, if all goes well here. If it'll let me do this. I'll probably. Yeah. Giving me grief. But yeah, that's something I'm doing when I don't know what to do. You know, I'm just loafing around. There ain't nothing going on. Nobody's streaming that I watch or anything. Then I'll kick together a video and throw it on that channel. And I just threw it in the chat. If anybody wants to check out that channel. So but that channel's made for when you're just chilling and you just want some music in the background or something. And it's got, you know, it's just a cinematic kind of thing going on. It's just music and nice photo and video graphic backgrounds. So check her out if you got the chance. Oh Lordy. Oh, I can't believe I feel as lazy as I do when I know I got so much work that could be done.
That was me this morning. I had to actually take a shower, force myself to take a shower and get dressed because it was like
Just didn't want to do it.
I didn't want to do anything. And I mean, I didn't even want to read a book or play video games or anything. It was just like, bleh.
Oh, I see Canoe Hound snuck in. Hey, Dennis. Good to see you, buddy. Hey. Awesome.
Yeah, I felt the same way this morning. I didn't want to do a thing.
Yeah. I don't like that. I usually feel like I got some ambition throughout the day, and things to do, I'll do this, I'll do that. I was in a panic yesterday. Gotta get the garbage out. Because today is garbage day. Well, I run into a guy out in the alley out here, and he was grabbing his garbage can and his recycling can and hauling them towards his house. And I go, garbage day. He yells back at me. He goes, they're saying probably not till Friday. And I got my truck swept off, got my truck, and I took off. I wanted to go to the grocery store, and I needed to buy smokes. And just getting out of the driveway and then down the alley, out on them roads, I'm going, there ain't nobody out here except me. There was nobody on the roads yesterday. And I got as far as the store where I get my smokes, and I said, guess where I'm going? Right back home. There ain't nothing I need at the grocery store that damn bad. No, and now it's 3 times worse than it was when I went out yesterday. Yeah, it is odd seeing me at this time of the day. At least you're not saying, God, it's odd looking at you. Joe says, you don't need smokes. Oh, yeah. That's
fighting words. That's one thing on being prepared that I'd have a hard time not being prepared that way. You make darn sure I'm prepared. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're in that unit. The first one I showed you, that comes in a podcast bundle, microphone, and the sound mixer with everything. And it on Amazon, they're $90 for the whole bundle. It looks like it's going to be fun to play with, but
I would like to have a sound card myself, but the problem is I don't know what kind I need, because I have only 2 USB ports on my computer, and the mic is a USB, so
what you need
doesn't give me many options.
What you need, Yoren, and I got one sitting right here. I wish I was close by, because I just run down to your place and hand it to you. Yeah, you get yourself a USB hub. Get a 3.0 USB hub, and I wouldn't go over 4. One's going to go into your computer, but it'll give you 4 jacks, then 4 3.0 jacks going into the single one in your computer, and your computer will have no problem handling it. My desktop right now, it would freak a person out if they looked at it, because right now I've got 11 USB devices connected to that computer, and all except 3 are operating. The 3, and if I want one of the 3 that aren't operating, I just reach beside my chair, because the switch that I've got, the one I showed you, that's just direct drive type hub. The one I have that you can't see that's kind of under my desk and to my right. I can just reach over and I got the buttons memorized. Every port has a button and I
Yeah.
can turn the port on and off. So like if I can have 4 cameras hooked up and I can say I want camera 3 and hit that button and there's camera 3. You know, I could so that's the way to do it. My laptop, same way. My laptop only has a single one USB port on it, but I run a 6-port hub off of it. And so I'll put flash drives or a portable hard drive in one port, and then I'll put camera in one, microphone in the other. And so that, and those ports, those hubs, those USB hubs aren't terribly expensive, and they're, just make sure to get a 3.0. You just, because a 2.0 for your camera and for a good microphone just won't be adequate. You just want it. 3.0 perform well for you.
That is basically standard now these days, 3.0 now. So
yeah.
Well, and what's nice with the 3.0 is if you do have 2.0 equipment, you can still hook up to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3.0 doesn't care if it's 2.0. You plug in 2.0 and 3.0 runs it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the thing too is you can plug a 3.0 in a 2.0 slot, but guess what? It's running at 2.0. It'll run, but it's running at 2.0. That it doesn't see the 3.0 as 3.0. It sees it as 2.0. But
really, and the price difference between the two is as minimal. It's
negligible. Yeah. Hey, Gemma, good to see you, girl.
Hey, Gemma.
Yeah, that's like my video on the studio, how we got the studio set up and the price tag on it. And at the very end, I talk about what it costs to put if you were to put my studio together, it costs you just shy of $3,000. But that amount was determined. I inventoried everything, went online and looked at the current market price of those things, not the deals, not the cheap deals, and running water, I would say, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would say that over 60% of what we've got going on in the studio was all discounted prices that were found on. Yeah. So very rarely paid regular retail because you could find them cheaper. You do a little search and you find the same equipment. Like the Elgato Stream Deck. Yeah. You go online, $250 for that puppy. And what did you pay? $179?
Yep, $179 for it. They're having a special.
Yeah. So it's worth watching. It's worth watching.
Or like the monitors. The two Dell monitors that would normally be like $450 for the two.
Yeah.
And I was able to get them for like $150 a piece.
Yeah. Yeah. I've had a couple of people say, "Oh, but that's so much money." And I said, "Yeah, but you think about it. It took me 6 years to get to where this studio is. Don't kill yourself trying to get a fancy studio going. You don't need all that. You don't need all that."
Well, and that's like those two monitors. You can get the equivalent that works just as well and doesn't have the Dell tag on it.
Right.
For even cheaper.
Right.
So it's like, There's no sense on spending the high dollars for the name on it. Only reason I got them is because I've got no interest financing on it, and it was on a deal.
That's it. That's it. Now at Walmart about a week ago, I was looking and I don't remember the brand, but they had 35-inch curved screens for $150 a piece at Walmart, but they weren't name brand, right? They weren't a big name, and yeah, that's. Oh, you uploaded a video today, there, Gemma? I have to go check. The yeah, this evening I think I'm gonna make me a big old bowl of soup and a grilled cheese sandwich and sit and watch watch a movie and call it an early night. I cannot gain any damn weight. It doesn't matter what I try to eat or nothing. I weighed myself this morning, 158 pounds.
Are you at least done losing weight? Have you stopped?
It seems 156 seems to be the bottom.
Okay.
I run between 156 and 162 constantly.
Okay.
And it's been that way for over a month now. So if it just stays there, I'm good. Just stay there.
Right. I can spare.
Hey, Mr. Bolton.
I've found like 15 pounds over the winter. Do you want me to send them to you?
Yeah. See, and that's typically my routine. I'll put 30, 40 pounds on over the winter, and then I'll burn it off by August. Through the summer, I burn it all off.
Oh,
I'll put it right back on all winter.
Hold on. I got to do this again. Not. See if I can get a little bit better view here. That is not my screen. Hold on. I'll take this screen out of the window. Then you don't have to worry about that being what's making it look bad. Maybe I'll take the screen out of the window. There we go.
Ooh. Bright light, bright light. Let it snow.
The camera does not do it justice.
No, it doesn't.
Because those trees in the background that the camera can see fairly well, behind the house behind me, I can barely see.
Right. And it doesn't look that dark to you.
No.
That's just like with mine, that my outdoor view, it looks like it must be sunset, right?
Right.
No,
it's really bright out there, but it's snowing hard right now.
The only thing I don't like is that I gotta shovel the porch.
I'm hoping that if I ignore it long enough, Caden will get home and then my snowblower will start working.
Yeah.
I could send him your way when he's done.
No, you're not sending that boy all the way up here.
Come on, he's got his driver's license. It's all I can do to keep him from not driving places.
Well, I was thinking that. I was thinking, if anything, you should be kind of help him lose his keys until the storm's over.
Yeah. Actually, I offered to let him take the truck just so he wouldn't have to drive around in that little skateboard of a car of his. And he's like, nope, don't want to take the truck. It's too big. I'm like, literally, you reach down and you flip the knob to four-wheel drive and you won't have to worry. Because he's such a conservative driver that the only reason I'd have him put it in four-wheel drive is just so he doesn't have to worry about rear-wheel drive.
Yeah.
But he's like, nope, I'm taking the car. I'm like, all right. Let me
Well,
know.
that's like Running Water's truck. If I put it in 4 high, man, that thing will go anywhere, man. Just right through anything. Put it in 2-wheel, and the back of that truck's full of these pavers, big
Mhm.
pavers, that for around the fire pit, it's got tons of weight. You look at the truck, it's squatting. Put it in 2-wheel drive, you ain't going nowhere.
No.
That truck ain't going nowhere. But yeah, oh yeah, high pressure steam.
Oh, okay, that's just electrocuted.
Yeah. Kalduha, Dennis says it's pouring rain in Niagara. With the amount of snow we didn't have before this storm started, it would have only taken maybe 2 days of moderate rain, and all the snow would have been gone.
Yeah, that's true.
All the sidewalks were clear, the path around the house all the way to the back. I could see the grass. There was snow, maybe a 1.5 feet of snow throughout the yard, but where I had snow blown down to the ground, that was all melted off now, Oh no, now where that was melted off, there's 3 times as much snow as there was. Yikes, yeah. Wet, wet, wet.
It is what it is, unfortunately.
Yeah, lawn dog. Yeah, blowtorch on the old 20-pound propane cylinder. That's, I do have to say though, and I won't complain about it. As cold as it is, it's a dry powder snow.
It is.
So it will snow blow easily. Means I'm going to be covered in snow, but the snow blower won't.
Back at you.
Yeah, the snow blower won't have to work so hard. It'll go through a lot.
You'll get to use those neck gaiters for their proper use.
Yeah. Not for COVID. Yeah. Thanks, Gemma. Yeah, I'm only doing it because I was chatting with Running Water. I was bored and just mad that I can't be out there doing the snow thing because it makes no sense. If I will go out there and snow blow all this now, guess what? I'm going to have to do it again tomorrow. So am I going anywhere today? I don't have to. So why don't I just do it once tomorrow? I think I'll do it that way. Yeah, once. Got a storm here also in the Desert Empire, a windstorm. It's cold outside, so chilly I actually have to wear long pants and a sweatshirt. Gotta hang up the short pants. Sometimes it can be rough in California. You whiner, lawn dog. You whiner. Oh my gosh, I had to put long pants on. Oh, it's so terrible. I'll never forget when we have family that lives in Texas, right? And they came up for Christmas one year, and their little boy, he was like between 7 and 10 years old, had never seen snow in his life. He didn't have a clue what snow was. Well, they flew here we're in Minnesota at the time. They come into the airport and land. That kid, they said his face was glued to the window. He goes, everything is white. Look at this. Oh my gosh. And it was kind of windy and the snow's blowing. And he's going, it's all powdery. It's like White Sands, New Mexico. Oh, wow. It's cool. They got off the airplane. Well, they never got outside of the damn airport. The cab that picked them up in a heated parking garage. They never left the building. They went from the airplane, heated terminal, heated garage, heated car, get out to our house. That cab barely came to a stop, and the back door flies open, and here comes that little kid flying out of there. And he's wearing shorts and a t-shirt, and it's only about 15 degrees outside, and he runs out of that cab and nose dives into a snowbank. He thought he would, it's going to be like out in the desert, the sand dunes. That kid, you couldn't drag. They tried dragging him out of the house to go Christmas shopping with him. He ain't gone.
Nope.
After that incident, that kid would not leave the house, and that kid always had 3 blankets wrapped around him, and all you saw was his head sticking out for the rest of the week that they were there. And he insisted that we were insane for living where there's something that bad outside. And it's just like, it's just snow, man. You dress right. And they went and they bought him snow pants and a heavy jacket and awesome boots and mittens. I said, man, you'll be toasty warm wearing that stuff. He goes, yep, right here in the house. And he sat there wearing all this snow gear in the house watching TV. I said, come on, we're going sledding. We're taking everybody out sledding. Nope, I ain't going out there. Not that stuff. Ain't happening. That I laughed so hard. Me devil says, smart kid. Well, he's really smart now. He ain't jumping in that white stuff anymore.
Well, when I was in high school, I was in that Upward Bound program. It was like take college classes during the summer up at Northland College. We get kids from all over the country coming up there. And had one guy, he was up from Laredo, Texas.
Hi, Rebecca.
And we went out to a place out by Washburn. It's Houghton Falls out there. And there's a good washing area where the water's only maybe 2-3 feet deep. And that water's nice and warm there, so the sun hits it all day. It's fun, swimming in that bay.
Yeah.
Well, we would jump off the sandstone rocks out the cliff at the end where it's nice and deep and then swim over to the bay.
Yeah.
And he talked about how he's done, cliff diving down off the Gulf of Mexico and stuff. Yeah, that's fun. We jump in. It's his turn. I swear, he only got a couple toes wet because he went right back up that cliff. And we were down there trying to figure out how he got back up that because the cliff kind of comes in from the top, down to the water. It's like he went up that, reverse incline back up to the top. Like, nope. It's like, the lake itself never gets warm.
And the thing is Lake Superior, you'll get about 2 to 3 feet of thermocline. It's nice, comfortable, in the 70s, low 70s, very comfortable water. And you're out there and you use a floaty, you go out on a floaty, and then you get off that floaty, depending on the depth of the water, but say you get off near shore and you get out from your knees down, instantly you're frozen. Because that thermocline, it'll be 74 degrees water, and you're thinking it's beautiful. You get just below that 1.5 to 2 foot thermocline, and all of a sudden it's 48 degrees. And boy, so many people get shocked, man. They'll walk out and they got water up past their ankles. They're going, it's warm, guys. And they run in and they dive and they jump back out and they go, it ain't warm. Yeah. Yeah. Good old Lake Superior. And we know what Running Water is alluding to is we know who's not from here by going to the beach. It's really funny. Because it doesn't take long. You can figure out who's not from the Lake Superior region. They don't understand how that water is. Oh, but we get Yeah, it's so funny. I've had so many tourists. I heard about it, but never witnessed it till we had lived here for a couple of years, and then now I've seen it so many times it's common. You ever see whales? It's a lake, you moron. There are no whales out here. This is a lake. This is freshwater lake. This isn't the ocean. You're not gonna see what. Are there sharks? It's a lake. I mean, they don't get it. They don't get it. They're out there whale watching. Oh, you're gonna be watching for a while. If you want to see a whale, go look at the beach. She's laying there about halfway down the beach on her beach blanket. the
Yeah, you gotta watch it though. The whales usually have a walrus with them.
yeah,
They could be
the
mean.
old man.
Yeah.
The old man. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Gemma, I got a beach up here that you would love. You would love. We call it Freedom Beach. And it is the rarest, very rare event that you'll ever see somebody else there. I could take you out to that beach and plop you on that beach, and you wouldn't have anybody or any sounds other than maybe the breeze through the trees, or the sound of the waves slowly rolling on the beach. It's a beautiful beach. Very well hidden kind of beach that nobody goes to. Well, I shouldn't say nobody. I go there. Yeah, I just know it would be perfect for you, Gemma. That would be a day on the beach you could enjoy. Yeah. The only thing with that Freedom Beach is you got to stay kind of alert because you'll be laying on the beach or kicking back in a beach chair, just relaxing. And all of a sudden, there goes a deer running 10 feet away from you, comes running by, jumps in the water and swims across the bay and heads for an island that's out there. Or all of a sudden, you'll see down the beach a bear will walk out and jump in the water, swims out to that island out there. You got to kind of keep your eyes open because, yeah, it's just you and the outdoors out there. I don't know if that's in this one or not. I doubt it. No. I was going to say I did have a picture of the beach. I got it. Don't have it over in my banners on this one. But, yeah. I like those remote places. Yeah, I don't know who all watched my last Sty Times last night. I got some messages this morning from some people. You're blind, Sty. They are watching you. I watched your whole show, and
I thought the show was great.
And they're trying to convince me that I'm being watched every minute of the day. And I told them, I said, if you want to get technical about it, you're absolutely right. Because they're gathering data. Any data they can get on us is being gathered. Nobody's watching it because nobody gives a shit except for the big money boys. They want that information, but they don't care what your name is or what your ideology is. They want to know, I wonder if he eats pizza. We need to market pizza to that guy. He drives past his pizza joint every freaking day.
What's his favorite toppings?
Yeah. That guy.
Pepperoni.
Do you know that guy? He goes down to the Gulf of Mexico 3 times a year. And he's staying at a Motel 8. We need to promote the Hilton. Let's send him some marketing let's give them a free night at the Hilton, because we won't make anything on the room. But boy, when he has to pay $9 for a cup of coffee, ching ching. Those are the people that are watching us every minute of the day. The government doesn't have, and I know there was discussion about, well, the government's not afraid of spending money. They'll spend the money it takes to keep an eye on each of us. It's not money, it's resources. There aren't enough bodies out there to keep track of each one of our daily activities. And same,
Well,
and that's one thing I argue with the preparedness is you need to keep in mind after everything has happened and things have now blown over, but we're living roughly off the land and it's tough just to get by. Now you make communities of like-minded people, but you don't want to make them before the tragedy happens, because you're going to draw attention to yourself. You're a group planning something. Now they might start watching you. But if it's just you, they could care less. You're just one out of 300 million people. They don't give a shit about us.
yeah. Well, and what amazes me is how most people don't realize the government doesn't have to watch us, because they've got a situation where we'll watch each other and report on each other. It's like, oh, hey, Sty was talking about this. Report it.
Yeah.
You know,
But see, now that's been proven in history. That's what was done in Germany. That's what is still done in Russia. Is that mindset? You convince the populace that they should police each other and that they should report anything they even suspect might be suspicious. That way, the governmental unit has all these free investigators out there. And they just look for hot spots, things that really look like, oh, that is important. We should watch that person. And we're getting there. We're getting there. Almost every free country is getting to that point where squeal on your neighbor. You know,
If they were actually watching me, they'd be knocking down my door right now, asking for a cup of the beef stew I'm making.
that's what I was trying to impress last night too. Is they've got better
The radio again.
they got better things to do than watch me. Well, if the shit hit the fan, if they're watching me, they're gonna go, oh, that doesn't surprise us. That old fart's heading out in the Barrens out here in the Chequamegon National Forest. Oh, yep, there he is. He's way the heck out there all by himself in the Barrens. Should we do something about it? Oh, yeah, let's send some troops in there for that one guy. Well, he's got 20 guns. He can only hold 2 of them at a time. Leave him alone. He ain't a problem. He's not our problem. It's this mass of people back in the town he was in that have grouped together, and each of them have 20 guns. We're going to watch them. We're going to go after them. That one old Bart that went out there on his own, going to survive, they're not going to waste their assets on me. You know, and that's it. I won't live through life paranoid and panicky and looking over my shoulder every 5 seconds. I know shit can happen that can affect me and hurt me. I could go hungry. I could not have water. I could not have a shelter. So I want to be prepared for those incidents. But them watching me, I don't care. Go ahead and watch me be ready to continue living. I just want to live, for crying out loud. And they haven't got time to worry about me just wanting to live another day. But if I'm trying to overthrow them or do something and be subversive, now they might have a reason to watch, you know. That's the whole thing. Are they watching? Oh, yeah.
That weather alert was Big Brother asking me to tell you, don't go driving anywhere. US 2 is closed.
Yeah, they closed from the whole lakeside.
Yeah, I got to take 137 across.
Yeah, they dropped the
Brother asking me to tell you that.
that's crazy because they dropped that gate at 8 o'clock this morning.
Actually, and I think the first time I heard about it, my weather radio went off at like 3 in the morning with that one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it went. It was like, what the heck?
Well, I heard that I was local Facebook group. They were saying that the gate's been going up and down since yesterday afternoon at 3 o'clock. So it's almost like they can't decide if they're going to open it or not. And they're not going to
The
open
locals just take the back road anyways. It's like, oh, okay, just assume it's bad.
Just assume, yeah. And, you look out there and you can see, if you look, you can see the trees, how they're moving in the background. The snow is finally getting to the point. You can see the snow blowing by, but the snow is established. So it's not blowing the snow too terribly bad. Yeah, it's there. It's blowing. But you get down on our lakefront, it almost has me tempted. But
Gemma, I'm seeing your comments.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't have time to watch all of us. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, they can watch. They can watch. And that's it. I don't care if they watch, because really I'm not breaking the law. I'm not breaking their rules or their laws. So go ahead and watch. It's like Travis
gathering the masses.
No. But if I start cooking the right thing on the stove, I might have a couple of investigators just show up to say, we're checking up on you. And by the way, that smells pretty good.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, this damn weather, I don't know. I want to mow grass, man.
Well, yeah, get the snow gone. We'll put together that fire pit. That should be there. Theoretically, it's supposed to be there Thursday, but with weather, who knows? Yeah.
True. I am upset, Running Water.
What?
No, I'm not upset about that fire pit. That's cool. Yeah, he bought a new fire pit. It's supposed to be delivered Thursday. But I ordered glasses. I got new glasses. My new glasses are laying over here. Got my new glasses from Pane Glasses. I was amazed. I got them 8 days after I ordered them. I ordered glasses 4 days before that from Zenny, and I still haven't gotten them. And we're looking at 3 weeks now. And they give me a tracking number. I track it, and it says it's still sitting in California, labeled, waiting for USPS, United States Postal Service, pickup. And it's been saying that for over a week. So and the problem I have is the pair I'm waiting for from Zenny cost me $30 more than this pair.
Right.
So Zenny's got me upset, and I'm going to let them know. And if they don't schmooze me a little, I guess I'll keep buying my glasses from Pane. Because I was excited buying from Zenny. I was really excited. I like their selection and I like their process, everything. But boy, oh boy, I don't like waiting 3 weeks and then finding out that they're saying, and they even sent me an email that'd be 6 days ago. Your glasses have shipped. but yet the tracking number says they're still sitting right where they put the label on it to ship. So, yeah, I'm going to wait till I get them to give them any
That's
grief.
California for you.
Yeah, yeah. Is it because nobody has a job in California or is willing to do a job in California? So that
Well, hopefully it wasn't on one of those trains that they keep looting and tearing through.
yeah,
Someone walking around with Sty's glasses.
yeah.
Oh, my computer wants to be restarted, and I don't want to restart it right now. Well, I'm trying to use Droid Cam to switch from this camera to my phone's camera to put a view of the outside up, and it's just not cooperating.
Not cooperating.
It's a
I've got
I think
stream.
I installed updates yesterday, so that's probably why. And I didn't.
I've got StreamYard Pro now. You know, I'm running their professional package, so I've got the multiple. That's why my outdoor camera, pop that bugger up so quick, because I can run the dual cameras.
If I hide it some of the light, you can see she's snowing pretty good out there.
Yeah. Well, and the shape of that weather front, it makes sense that you're getting hit with it before I am. That'll be here soon.
Oh yeah, well, looking at radar, it's got to be knocking on your door right now.
Yeah, it's got to be getting close.
I'm playing with all this different software for the that riding the storm out stream I want to do this summer. I got to get all the bugs out of how this stuff works before I try going live with it.
I am pissed off. I've got 2 GoPros here, identical GoPro 7s.
Yeah.
I haven't used since last fall, right?
Okay.
So I charged a few batteries up, popped them open, dropped fresh batteries in both of them. Both of them. I turn them on, hit the on button. It pops up and it immediately starts recording, okay? Which it shouldn't. I hit that power button again, and it turns itself off. Now I hit again. There, finally it pops up. And it's staying there, but any minute it's going to come back and it's going to say, no room on SD card. Okay, fine. Jack it into my machine, download whatever's on it. Jack it into the machine, it says there's nothing on it. But yet the camera is saying that the SD card's full. So I go in and I try to see what's on the SD card on the camera, and it's not letting me see it. So I think both those cameras, and both of them are doing the same damn thing. I think over the winter, they lost their memories. I don't even remember. What am I? Am I a camera?
I'm a can opener.
I'm a can opener, yeah. So
They get Alzheimer's light.
Like, I'm a cell phone.
Or maybe they're just in hibernation. They're going, we don't come alive until April.
Yeah. But you're not camping right now. You don't need us.
So I got to play with those tonight to make sure I got to make sure they're working. And I've got the nice clips that I can put them on and clip it to a brim of the hat. And I thought I can do that. I can wear a ball cap with my camera mounted to the brim, wear that puppy over a do-rag with my stocking cap over that and my hoodie up over that, and the camera will be hanging out front of all that balled up shit while I'm out there I'm gonna film while I'm snowblowing.
That would be fun to watch.
Yeah, we'll see how it turns out. We'll see how it turns out. That yeah, I'll just out there snow blowing away. Yeah, yeah. And then, but I want both cameras running because I want to grab my tripod, put one out on the porch, filming the whole front yard while I'm out there snow blowing, and then the other one mounted to the hat so I can have different angles, different views of it going on, and yeah. Hey, Gemma. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Hey, Canoe Hound. My Canoe Hound hat. You wouldn't believe it, buddy. My Canoe Hound hat is out in my adventure trailer. It's got its own. It's got its own hat hook out my adventure trailer, and I wear that puppy when I'm camping, man. I'm ashamed because the embroidery is dirty because I wore the hell out of that on a camp last year. Yeah, I love my Canoe Hound hat. But yeah, it's out in the adventure trailer. That's my man. If I'm bushcrafting, camping, or paddling, that's probably the hat I'll have on. Yeah, that's another reason I can't wait for spring to come and summer, because that adventure trailer, running water can vouch for that. That damn thing from the floor up is almost half full, and it's all camping gear in there, and it's full, man. It would take me an hour to get it emptied out to stay in it for the night.
It probably takes me that long to get my camper put back together too. I mean,
but
I don't use this time of year is in there.
Yeah, and that's it. Is everything that's in there I'm not using this time of year.
Stuff that I don't need this time of year, but it's stuff I need when I'm camping. So why doesn't it just stay in the camper?
In the summer, I would say 2/3 of what's in that trailer right now in the summer is in the box of my truck. That's where it is all summer. It's in the box of my truck,
or spread out around the site.
And the or yeah, there's some things like the clam shelters. Those are on the floor, and there's the kayaks in there. Those things come out and get set up, but it's everything that's on top of those things. But we're going to get Running Water's shop, his shed out here, all rearranged and sorted and inventoried. And I'm holding a big frickin' yard sale, getting rid of a ton of shit. And then I'm going to have one area in the shed that's just my camping gear, just the camping stuff, nothing else, not mixed with tools and other crap, just camping gear. And then my trailer will be empty other than what I'll use at camp. And I'm going to get in there and pray to God that I can, if I can't swing the cost to buy the material, that I can scavenge all the material needed. And I want to get my cabinets and things finished in it, get the Murphy bed removed and all that stuff done. So that if I get a wild bug up my butt at 2:00 in the afternoon, I can hook that baby up and head for Black Lake.
Woohoo! Just let me know you're coming. I'll have my truck break down on a site for you.
Yeah.
And considering the luck I had with my truck last year, Chris would believe it.
That's it. Yeah, make sure it's the Forest Service truck.
Well, yeah.
Forest Service truck broke down on that site. It'll be a while before he gets out of there. Yeah. Then I'll come there and, hey, what the heck? I want that site. Yeah, okay, I will get it moving.
I can get it to start.
Yeah, we'll try to get it out of there. Oh, there you go. Thank you. Yeah.
But considering my luck that I had with the truck I had last summer, no one's going to doubt it. I had a starter go out, 2 U-joints.
Right. Yeah.
No one will doubt me. Truck broke down? Yeah, it's par for the course.
Yeah, I'm going to be curious to see what you get for a truck this year.
I'm thinking a Model T.
Maybe you'll get my old truck.
An AMC Eagle.
I hope they don't give you my old truck because it's too small for your needs.
It is.
It worked perfect for mine, man. If I was going to be there this year, I told Chris, I said, the only thing that equipment wise that I'm going to feel bad about not having access to is that truck this summer. Because that truck sure did me well, but it scared me that one time when I picked up that big old spike in the tire, and get stranded out at Beaver Lake Campground.
No, that was me. I got stranded at Moose when the starter went out.
Yeah.
There ain't a whole lot of cell service there either.
No.
I called for help on the radio.
Which surprises me out at Moose Lake Campground, so folks understand. Moose Lake has an awesome little Forest Service campground on it. 15 sites there. It's beautiful. And it's at a great spot on the lake. But that lake is massively populated. There's lake homes all around that damn thing, and it's a big lake.
You'd think there'd be cell coverage there just because of all the private property around it.
And there's power everywhere.
Yeah.
Around that whole lake, there's electricity. But yet, you can't get a damn cell signal there.
No, I found down by Site 1, 2 once in a while I can get enough to send a text.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, when the starter went out, I was up by the bathrooms. I walked the whole campground, couldn't get a signal, grabbed the radio, and I started calling. And
finally picked somebody up.
No, but everybody was in the woods. Finally, Katie answered me.
Spicy. No, this isn't a replay.
We're live.
We're live on Storm Day. Take a good look at this here, buddy.
It's REO Speedwagon riding the storm out.
That's looking out my front picture window. Look at my snowblower covered in snow. It's pretty bad when you have to shovel out your snowblower. I mean, you've had a snowstorm when you can't use your snowblower until you've shoveled it out and swept the whole thing off to get 6 inches of snow off the top of it.
Off your car.
And the damn thing is parked under a big porch roof out here. That's a big ass porch out here. That's 8 feet from the house out. And that thing is parked right up against the window. So there, on the other side of that snowblower, there's another easy 5 feet before you're at the edge of the porch. So, yeah, it's snowing. So,
well, and then you also have like an 18-inch drop off the edge of the porch down to the ground.
Right. And right now, you can just barely make the top edge of the porch where the steps are. You can just make that out, and it's flat going on. So it's 18 inches going straight on out towards the road from the porch. It looks like if you came in the back door, never once ever used the front door, and you decided you're going to head out to the street, you go walking out of here, you'd walk across that porch, and all of a sudden you're down them steps because you think it was just flat ground going out there. Yeah. No, it works out to 3 steps. You got 2 steps, then the porch up. So it's 3 steps high. Yeah, you're going to step off that sucker and you're going to have 18 inches of snow. You're going to just go straight through. Yeah. And it ain't done yet. It's supposed to snow all the way till midnight tonight. It's good to see you there, Phil. Good to see you. I'm sorry I didn't make it last night. Not that, nothing to be concerned about, guys. Nothing to be concerned about. After my Sty times last night, I decided I was going to eat something quick and get ready for Phil to go live. I figured at 7 o'clock he'll go live. That's would give me an hour, and then he posted that he's going live at 7:30 my time, and I thought, well, okay, I got an hour and a half. I fixed myself a small bite to eat, sat down on the couch, and all of a sudden, man, I don't know what it was, blood sugar or went low or what, but boy, man, the whole world was, vision went to shit, and instant strong headache, and I put my head back for a bit, reclined back because we got recliners on our couch. Reclined back. Next thing I know, it's 11:15. Yeah, I zoned out, crashed and burned. Yeah. Hey, Canoe Hound. Yeah, I'm going to be filming me snowblowing all this stuff tomorrow. I'm going to have GoPro strapped to the hat, and I'm going to have one on a tripod on the front porch while I'm out there trying to move this snow. But snowshoes, bud, once I snowblow to our shed, I've got a pair of snowshoes in there I bought literally 3 winters ago, and they're brand spanking new. They haven't been used yet. If I've got the energy, by God, I'm going to put them on and I'm going to snowshoe around the yard with them at least to say they're not new anymore. But they weren't a cheap pair either. Alpine.
You should have some good 4 or 5 foot drifts out there to test them on.
Oh, that drift that's right by the shed where I told you the scaffolding, or you know where that scaffolding is. And that drift is to the top of the scaffolding, and the scaffolding's 5 feet high, and the riding lawnmower only has about a foot of snow on it because the wind's been blowing it off. And you look at that riding lawnmower, you could stack 3 of those on top of each other, and it's not as high as that snowdrift we got going on there. Thank God it's in a spot that doesn't need to be snow blown or shoveled. I should shut my mouth because that scaffolding's right next to the door to the shed. If that snowdrift keeps growing, it'll curl right over the door. I can see a big snow tunnel going into our shed. Sty's okay snow blowing service. No, okay, find a different service. I'll snow blow us out, but I ain't snow blowing nobody else. I like the snow blow actually. I don't mind it. I don't mind snow blowing, but it's just that cold wind I don't like. And I know I'm going to have to deal with it tomorrow. Sounds like they're saying 15-mile-an-hour winds tomorrow. Well, that's still pretty windy. Pretty windy when it's only going to be 10 degrees, you know. I think that's what they said tomorrow's high is 10 degrees. It's only 10 degrees. Yeah.
I need to jump off. I need to prepare for bed. I have to go up early from work tomorrow, so
I'm amazed you came and hung out with us to start with, pal, with a work week. That it was awesome. You take good care of yourself, man, and I'll be seeing you soon.
Yeah, I'll see you too soon.
You take good care.
You take care. You take care too, buddy. And God bless.
You too. Yep. Yeah, it blows right back in your face. That's the thing with snow blowing. It's a bummer. Oh, no, tomorrow we're supposed to get up to a whopping 12 degrees. Right now it's only 10 degrees. and it feels like -8.
Yeah, I'm sitting at 60 degrees right now down here in Indiana.
You're not nice.
But it's raining.
Yeah, they're telling us now. Oh man, they're saying supposed to go till midnight tonight with additional snow accumulations of 5 to 7 more inches and winds gusting to 35 miles an hour. Oh no. Oh no. That's one thing running water can at least take comfort in. I don't see him as a landlord like my old landlord, because my old landlord, my rent included the heat, utilities, all the utilities, heat and everything. So on a cold day like today, crank up the thermostat. Why not? It's coming out of my rent. Well, here, my rent don't even pay the damn heat bill in a month in this house. So now the thermostat was set at 71 degrees when running water headed back out on the road a month ago. And I haven't touched it. I went there the other day and I'm looking at it and I'm going, yeah, it still says 71. But it felt damn cold in there. The wind, we had 45-mile-an-hour winds that day. So I bumped it up to 72. And it ran and it ran and it ran and it ran. So I turned it back down to 71. I won't crank that up because he's picking up the tab, you know? Or my old landlord, I go over there and go, 80. I'll set it for 80, for God's sakes. And so it's been kind of a learning curve for me. Hey, E-Waste Mike, good to see you, buddy.
Space heaters are my friend. The heat in my office is terrible. The radiator in here just constantly, I've got to have a slow seep somewhere, so it's constantly hydrolocking. About every 2 weeks, I have to bleed the radiator to get any heat out of it. So I've just got one of those oil-filled electric space heaters behind me.
Yeah, those are nice. I love those. In my room, I've got an oscillating Lasco heater that's got the fan on it. And, you know, temperature select. You decide what temp you want it. And a timer on it. You can tell it you want it for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3, all the way up. I think it goes as high as 8 hours. You can set it up to 8 hours. It'll run, and then it shuts itself off. And my bedroom doesn't have any actual heat to it, except it's got one of those old-fashioned vents that go through the ceiling and come out on the floor up there. Well, in this front room downstairs here, this is one of the coolest rooms downstairs. So it's not a lot of heat going up there.
Unless you're streaming, in which case the computers are kicking out so much heat.
I wish they did kick out more. I wish they did, because, oh yeah, I touched the case of the big one here, and it's cold. It's cold. The whole case is cold. They run nice and cool, but so I put that heater in my room. I bought that thing off of Amazon. Thought maybe that might work. Oh man, God, running water knows how thrilled I am with that heater. I'll be sitting down here. I'll be doing the stream. And I'll go, oh, God, it's hitting 10 o'clock. End my stream, and right away on the tip of my mind is that cold bedroom. I'll get a movie going or something and grab myself something to eat. And I'll go about an hour into the movie, and I'll go, whoop, pause. I run upstairs, turn on that heater, set it for an hour, run down, finish my movie, and eat my snack. Movie's over, bedtime, shut her down, go up there. It's so nice and warm. It's about 74, 75 degrees in the bedroom. And I crawl into bed, and I'll be in bed maybe 10 minutes, and I'll hear click, shuts the heater off. I wake up in the morning, it's chilly. I grab the remote off my nightstand, go beep, and I roll over, sleep for 10, 15 more minutes, and then you can feel the warmth. And I would get up and I go, oh, yeah, it's so nice and comfy. And I just hit the remote. Beep. It only ran for 10 minutes, But Running Water and I talked about that. Is so many people in this world don't heat the room they're in. They heat the whole damn place.
Yeah, I only heat the spaces I use.
That's it. People spend all frickin' day in one room of their house and occasionally run off to the bathroom and back. But it's all day in that one room. Get doorways covered somehow, man. If it doesn't have a door in it, hang a blanket or something.
Yep.
And heat that one room. You'd be surprised how much energy costs you're going to save. That's it,
The house's thermostat at 65.
That's and dress for it.
And I dress for it. I heat the spaces I use. I mean, the kitchen's usually pretty cold, but hey, nobody's back there most of the day until it's time to cook, in which case then I'm producing so much heat, who cares?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
that's like my seat on the couch. I've got that heated throw blanket. It's just a small little, like 4 foot by 5 foot blanket.
Yeah.
Electric. Yeah, sit there playing games. It's like a little chilly. Hit the button, let it run for a little bit.
Yeah. He
Now,
comes
what
home.
we got to do is we got to come up with some sort of a mirror system that you can bring your remote down and aim at the mirror, and it bounces through a bunch of mirrors up to your bedroom.
Oh, yeah. Actually, that remote isn't infrared. It's
not.
No, so I could sit down here and turn it on.
There you go.
That's I never even thought of that. From the studio, easy. That's because I'm only about maybe 12, 14 feet away from where the heater sits up there. So I could turn it on and off down here in the studio. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Running Water was telling me too. He says, yeah, man, if you want a hardwire for the internet to your desk up in your room, he says, you got that big ass vent hole right there.
Got a big hole in the floor. That'd be easy.
I can just run the cat right up this wall and right through that vent and right over to my computer, man. That's it. And it's only going to be about 20 feet max. Up the wall.
Yeah, and I've got a 50-foot Cat 8 blind sitting in the office. So,
Want a burrito, Sty?
Why aren't I surprised? No, I don't want a Dorito.
I couldn't resist.
I'm sitting here looking at my big old jar of candy going, stay out of there, you dumb old fart. Man, I
one just
ate about.
To gain weight.
Tell me why I'm not gaining weight. I'll empty this damn thing in a 2-week period.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not shitting you, man. That's actually a big item on my food budget. I spend about $30 a
There we
month. Yeah, I got a bunch of the small cups in there. But I spend over $30 a month just for my candy jar. And it's just me. Nobody else is eating out of that thing. Running Water's gonna love it, man. He'd buy a bag of Reese's or something, and he'd eat a few out of it, while he's here, and then he'd go out on the road and he'd come home thinking, man, I still got that big old bag of Reese's sitting at home. And he'd get home. No. There's the bag. There ain't nothing in it. His brother would eat it all, but not replace it. Running Water comes home. I don't give if he leaves a bag of Reese's here. Yeah, I'll put it on his table next to his seat. But if he eats all of his Reese's and doesn't replace them, ain't no big deal. He'll walk in the door. Oh, right there. There's a big jar full of shit, and there's Reese's in there. He's not going to come home and find it's just gone. Same with his barbecue sauce. He'd buy a family size bottle of barbecue sauce and he'd use 2 ounces out of it. And he'd go, yeah, I got that big old bottle of barbecue sauce. I'm going to grab me some chicken fingers. And he'd get home, go to the fridge. There's no barbecue sauce.
Where'd my barbecue sauce go?
His brother ate it all while he was out on the road, but never replaced it.
That's a lot of barbecue sauce.
Yeah. But
what got me is, it's like, I really like getting the Sweet Baby Ray's.
Right.
Yeah.
Sauce,
Right. Me too.
And he'd use it all, but he would buy barbecue sauce while I'm gone, but he'd buy like the Hunt's or like the bargain basement cheapest sauce you can find.
Oh no!
Right.
But I bought the mid-grade, little spendier stuff. Oh, he's gonna use it.
Well, that's it. That's it. He won't use it while you're there, though. No, he won't touch anything of yours while you're there. The minute, like your Mountain Dew, man. Running Water will buy 2 cubes of Mountain Dew when he gets home, if he's going to be home for a couple weeks. And he puts them in the kitchen, and he just takes as he needs, right? His brother won't touch a single can of that. No way in hell. That's his. I'm not touching his shit. Running Water goes back up. Right now, there's 3/4 of a cube sitting on the floor in there. That's what it was when he walked out the door. And I love Mountain Dew. But it ain't mine. It's his. He'd come home, and he'd know he's got a whole cube or cube and a half sitting there on the floor. He'd come home. Oh, no. There's Mountain Dew cans all over the house, empty. But there's not a single full one in the house. The Mountain Dew his brother wouldn't touch while he was there at home. He sure touched it while Running Water was out of the house.
Running Water, don't worry. I don't like Mountain Dew. If I come visit Sty, I won't touch it.
He won't be into your Dew.
The one that got me though is last year I've got a friend from high school. She's got a little girl that's in Girl Scouts. And they got the online ordering. Where the individual girl gets credit if you order through their link. Yeah. I bought like $90 worth of cookies. I had like 3 cases of cookies. I gave Sty 4 boxes.
Keep talking.
I ate 2 boxes. I ate 1 box while I was home, and I brought 1 box out on the truck. And then I forgot about them until packing up, getting Sty moved in.
Right.
I found the box with 2 boxes left, and I'm like, wait a minute, there should be like another 34 boxes of cookies here.
Where'd all my cookies go?
He ate all my cookies.
Can you believe that?
It's like, no. Yeah, don't eat all the Girl Scout cookies.
Don't eat the Girl Scout cookies. Or the barbecue sauce. Or drink the milk.
Yeah, but he would complain that, oh yeah, it's just a scam, selling cookies that expensive, and it don't help the girls at all. It's just going in somebody's pocket. But he'll eat 34 boxes of them.
Actually, you found 3. There's 3 up on the shelf.
There's 3. Okay.
You found more?
Yeah. Isn't that exciting?
Woo!
Wow. No, he only ate 33 boxes.
Yeah.
What the hell? I couldn't believe he did that. Well, I can believe he did that, but admit it. Just say, oh, man, quit buying them cookies by the case. And if you're going to buy them, put them in your bedroom or something. Lock them up. But, because that's what I would say if I had to look at a whole case of them cookies sitting on the shelf, I would tell Running Water, you need to take 80% of those and hide them in your bedroom, man. Get them out of the kitchen where I can see them. But that's one thing I keep telling Running Water. I can't wait till he gets home and realizes I probably don't even have to go to the store. Look at this, man. Look at all the food around here, and it's all shit I eat. And it's it. And that's the way he should feel when he comes home. Is
Well, I'm looking forward of not having to go trying to find laundry detergent. Because I buy, like these big multi-packs of, the Arm & Hammer Pod laundry detergents.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if he did laundry like every day, every other day to go through, because
was he throwing 4 or 5 or 6 pods in at a time?
Because the way I've got figured, as much of those detergents that I've got in the house right now, that should last us for probably a good year and a half at least.
I was just going to say there's at least a year's worth of just the pods, plus there's a big gallon laundry detergent down on the shelf below them. We've got a year and a half of laundry detergent in the house for 2 guys. I no matter how dirty we get. I've only done 2 full loads since I moved in here, and I've been here for 2 months. And I've only done
that washer has a good capacity too. So
yeah, it does. It does. But the but you think about it, 2 full loads. I got so damn many clothes. I can say shit. Yeah, I'll go 3 weeks without doing a load of laundry, man. And it's still only going to be one big load. And but you figured a load a month. Well, you're not going to go through those pods very fast, if you're only doing a load a month. Same with dryer sheets. I mean, I look out there, and I came over one time. This is back when the youngest boy was still living here, and there was a big box of dryer sheets back there on the dryer, and it was, you could tell, just freshly opened. I come over about a month and a half later, and it's the same box, but there's only about 8 sheets left in it. Well, what's he doing? Grabbing a handful of them damn things and throwing them in there each time? I don't know. That kid, some of his habits, it's like I told Running Water. There were a lot of things. I've got before and after, and I'm going to do a video about it, and I hope my youngest boy never sees it because it does implicate him in a sense. But I got a before and after, and you'll get to see what Running Water used to come home to versus what he gets to come home to now. But there were a few things that kind of freaked me out, like, why would you let it get that way? This is what really freaked me out, because when I moved in, there was nowhere to put my shit, man. It was everywhere.
I remember.
Yeah, and the kitchen, you remember the kitchen? It got full. You couldn't reach the oven. You couldn't reach the stove. It was all my stuff stacked in around the front of it and everything. Well, that's all gone now. The full kitchen's fully functional. There's no dirty dishes, nothing. It's sweet. But when I finally got to the point where, the stove is exposed.
I can cook again.
No, I can scrub this thing. So
I can't cook yet. I gotta clean now.
So I start tearing into it, right? Well, I had just cleaned out from underneath the kitchen sink and got that all taken care of. And I found a brand new can of oven cleaner. Yes, I'm going to clean the oven. And I thought, well, first, though, I'm going to run that sucker on broil for about a half an hour and burn crap out of it. And then I'll wipe the ashes out, then spray her down. And then do her again, I almost turned that oven to broil. I almost turned it on. And I thought, I better look in there, make sure there's not a pan in there. So I opened the door and I go, holy shit. Pizza boxes.
Oh, good God. You would have started a fire.
I would have burned the fucking house down. There were 3 pizza boxes in the oven. I'm like, why would you ever do that?
Well, when we moved into this house, the oven that was in the house, it was one of those split things where you had the range at counter level and then the oven above it.
Yeah.
We opened that oven and there was a cooked frozen pizza in it. Had been sitting there for at least 3 months.
Hey,
for about that long.
It's an art. I call those home based archaeological sites.
Right? Well, we opened the dishwasher. It was full of dirty dishes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a cleaning crew had come through and cleaned it before we moved in.
But see, they didn't look inside of things.
Nope.
They just cleaned the outside of everything so it looks good.
Yep. It's all right.
And that I wish my youngest boy would have at least done that. We've got those, you probably remember them, Travis. Our kitchen cupboards don't have doors on them. They're the open shelf style. When I tore into that kitchen,
see you, Canoe Hound.
Hey, later, Canoe Hound. Is he leaving?
Yeah, he's got to go back to work.
Yeah, he's got to go back to work. Yeah, and he's self-employed, so yeah.
Oh.
If he has to go back to work, he really does have to.
He's got to come down the driveway. There's got to be 4 inches of snow on it since it started this morning.
Yeah, but those cupboards.
Can't even see
running
around outside last.
Running Water told me, he says, "Oh, well, these plates are mine. These plates are mine. Those bowls are mine." And I said, "Yeah, but we had a stack of plates about 14 inches high." And he goes, "Oh no, that's all Joe's stuff." And I'm looking, I'm going, "I recognize those. Those were mine and the wife's, and she gave them to him." And he's carrying shit around for the last 15, 20 years. And Running Water said, "Have at it. And anything that's Joe's, do what you do with it. Whatever. Get rid of it." So I tore into those cupboards. Oh my God. There was food with the dishes with the food.
Oh geez.
And
organized.
And canned goods with the coffee with the oatmeal and breakfast stuff, and spaghetti sauce with oatmeal and baking things, and and I'll tell you what, and that's something that'll be another day's kind of chore. We've got one whole section in that cupboard that's got so many spices in it. Now, how many jars of, say, ginger, how many containers of ginger do you need? Open.
How many do you need, period? Because I don't use ginger.
I don't need ginger.
Right. To me, ginger, the only purpose in ginger is there's a couple of sweetbread and cookie recipes you use a little bit in. But that would be one container that gets used maybe once a year.
Christmas.
And last year for 10 years.
Five containers.
Did he make
but each one open with maybe a teaspoon missing out of each one. Why? So I got this whole section that if I go through there, glean through it, and just take the fresh, just keep that. The older stuff, go ahead and pitch it. If I do that, I'm going to gain a huge portion of my cupboard. And right now, the cupboards are full of food. On the right-hand side of the kitchen, you look, all it is food. Don't look there for something that's not food. It's just all food. And it's right out to the fronts. Running Water will look at it and go, "Oh my God, I'm in the grocery aisle now."
Well, and I can tell you, for my spices, I can make it real simple for you on what one's mine and what's Joe's.
Yours is that combo thing, isn't it?
I've got the combo thing, and then if there's any of the Mrs. Dash, like different herb blends, the salt freeze.
Yep.
Those are mine, and then the seasoned salt, the big thing of seasoned salt, that's mine.
Yeah.
Everything else is Joe's.
Right.
Because I like to have combination spices. Like, I want something that's lemony and peppery. Yep, grab this one thing and put it on there.
But that's the thing is, you're not chefing it.
No.
If you're not chefing it, what do you need these big spice racks and all that shit for? If you're not chefing it, you've got your preferred spices, right?
That one spice rack with the glass jars in it, that is mine.
And that's out in the open, and you can reach every spice now. You wait
Yeah,
till you see
individually.
it.
Yeah.
You wait till you can see it running water. In fact, your ibuprofen is on top of that spice rack, which sits right out in the open by my microwave on that counter. And and by the way, you can make a sandwich on the counter. You could probably make 15 sandwiches on the counter now. Yeah. It's different. It's different. I can't wait. When he gets home, I'm gonna go pick him up. We get back, I'm gonna sit my ass on my corner of the couch, and I just want to watch running water walk through the place and go, "Oh my God! Oh, he'll probably get the bug to do something just because he can find it. He'll leave here confused. He'll leave going, "Oh my God! Oh my God!" And I almost ordered one of those, and there it is. It's right there. Because his brother kept the place so bad that running water at times questioned himself. I know I bought one of those. I'm sure of it. But look you can't find anything. And I told him, I said, man, I can't live this way. I can't. No, I don't care.
Well, I was surprised when you mentioned the bullet thing.
Oh,
I
the magic bullet?
Yeah, I thought that was lost and gone forever.
No, I found it. And I've been using the magic bullet. And yeah, there's so much. And that's it. I don't want to give people the wrong impression. I'm not it's got to be perfect kind of character, man. If I were to grab that window camera and walk around this room, you'd go, "Oh shit, I take care of that shit." My table up against the wall over here, it's a little bachelor's table. It's a round table that's bar height with 2 bar stools next to it. Well, the top of it's got 2 of those wax burners on it, and it's got cable laying on it. And it's a mess. It looks like a mess. Take me 2 minutes to clean it up. Against this other wall by the picture window, by that camera of the snow going on outside, is a big box full of broke down boxes sitting in the middle of the room. It looks terrible. But
dog, you're covered in snow.
But there's a big rug over here that's got all of running water shoes and boots on. There's another rug off behind me over here that's got all my shoes and boots on. My studio is nice and organized. The living room, there's like an L-shaped corner by running water television that's got all of his mail and packages that have been sent here while he's been out on the road, and things that he didn't have time to organize and get put away because his brother had the house in such a disarray. That corner used to be a big pile just in the middle of the room. His brother would throw things on that pile. Wouldn't stack them, organize them, nothing. Well, that pile is gone, and it's just a nice stack up against the wall. So running water always, when he'd sit on his end of the couch, if I got off my end and walked to the kitchen, he'd put the foot of his recliner down to let me through. He doesn't have to do that anymore. Because it used to be there were so many things stacked in the room towards where he sat that he only had about 1.5 feet from his seat to that stuff. Now it's open room. I just walk through. And so I'm excited. I can't wait till he comes home and he just goes, "Oh, kick back." Yeah. He don't have to do nothing. When he gets home. Big hostage situation in Amsterdam at the Apple store. What the hell? Yeah, what the hell?
What the hell is right?
Oh, yeah. So the world's snapping all over the place. There's stuff going on, and legacy media is not covering even half of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not even seeing it.
Hey, Rain Dancer. It's very cold there. Yeah, Rain Dancer, look at the screen at what I get to look at outside. Yep. 25-mile-an-hour winds and snow. And I don't know how many inches we got so far, but standing snow, it's about 18.
There's
It's
enough.
close to 18 if it's been undisturbed, Yeah.
It's about 4 PBRs deep out there.
More strikes?
Yeah.
Tall can or short can?
Doesn't matter.
I guess.
And the thing is, guys, if I walked out there and forgot that there's steps on that porch, this is what everybody would see out in my front yard. That's me.
I only see you from like the neck up.
That's me trying to get my ass back up out of the snow. God damn snow.
Well, it's a good thing I'm not home right now, because that would make too funny of a video with Bean. Be like, yeah, jump off the porch, and he'd disappear.
He would. He would. His poop station off to the side that we snow blow out for him. That's going to be a chore, just snow blowing that. I mean, because it's level with the porch. If he walked off the porch, he'd just disappear. Oh, poor Bean.
He only stands about 12 inches tall.
No more Bean. Bye. I only met you once, but you were cool.
Yeah. Poof. And there he is, gone.
It's like a turdy pointer, and there he was. Gone.
Me Devil's wondering if you were a guest on the show while you're at home. Would you be sitting in the truck? Because nobody's used to seeing you out of it. Actually, for the Christmas Day stream, he came around and stood here, and we were talking. He's standing right here with me and talking, and we can set a chair right there, and he can sit, and we can chat. With the cameras, I can set up a different camera, and we can put a chair there, and I can.
I was going to say on home time we ought to set up just to do a test run with the second mic and stuff with your mixer, as if you had, when you have guests and interviews.
Right. Yeah, I thought, if we got time on this stop, that we might play with that a little bit and see how that works.
Because, just so you know what you're working with, and
And what I'd really like to see is, and that's something I got to play with too, is my wireless system with my lapel mic. That's an awesome mic, man. That's an awesome mic. Jack that into the mixer. I can wear that. And I can take the good podcasting mic and set it up for my guest. And then we got the 2 independent mics all run through the mixer. Yeah, I'm thinking we can play a little.
Wow, and I've got about a dozen different mics we can play with.
So. Oh no, you don't. I'm in there looking for that plastic case, and I open this small plastic case up, and I go, oh wow, what is there, like 5 or 7 microphones in it? Yeah. I open it up and I go, it's microphone heaven in this case. And I closed it back up. Holy but Jesus. And he's got boxes, these storage kind of boxes. They're fabric, hard-sided boxes. But some of those, there are microphones sticking out of them. And that he's got more mics around here. Man, he could probably set up about 4 full band and vocal stages with all the mics he's got around here. Well, with all of the mixers and sound cards he's got around here too, he could equip all 4 stages, I think. But yeah, And me Dibbles says, yeah, swap us around. I could sit in the truck, you could sit in the studio. Yeah. No thanks. I ain't sitting in the truck. I'd be too tempted. He'd have to make sure to keep the keys because I'd be too tempted to fire
Well,
up. Take her.
if nothing else, I can always take a picture, from the windshield back, and then I'll just put that on green screen when I'm at home.
There you go.
You're not supposed to tell people your secrets,
I've got one of those old school gaming steering wheels. I'll have that set up there and be acting like I'm driving, but then occasionally, like, get up, walk off.
Oh my God, he's not behind the wheel.
He's got one of them. Is your truck powered by Tesla's smart driving technology?
Yeah, steering with my foot.
Oh, I was catching up on some news last night a little bit, and the one interview I watched, I was shocked. I actually was shocked. I can't believe Elon Musk come right out and supported the Canadian truckers.
Mm-hmm.
He come right out and said it, and he backs them up 100%. And I thought, oh boy, the big money boy just spoke up, because he's usually pretty careful not to weigh heavy any direction. He runs down the middle of the road, and don't get me into that political battle bullshit. But now he come right out and spoke out, and he's all for the Canadian truckers and all against Trudeau and what he's doing to them. And I'm just like, Musk. Yeah, I'm sure he knew that, with the money he's got, he can just about say whatever he wants.
well, that's like, you see what Bill Gates just got done saying? And it's freaking people out, because it's like, try canceling him. He was saying that Omicron is the best answer for herd immunity. And it came from nature. We didn't need a lab for it.
Right.
Because how fast it spreads, but how mild it is. We can get people to build up immunity.
Don't go too deep into it, otherwise Tube's gonna demonetize me.
Yeah.
They've been doing that.
Bill Gates had said it, and he was asked on the interview, it's like, what, aren't you worried they're gonna take you off Facebook or Twitter? He's like, you think
Not
they dare?
Yeah, not him.
Yeah. Bill Gates one push of a button and be like, hey, your stuff doesn't work on Windows anymore.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, guess what? Windows doesn't support Facebook anymore. Ooh, guess we should have pissed him off. And that's it. Is I wish some of these tech giants would stay out of the political realm. Just stay away from it. And if they try to drag them into it, then they should use the true power they have, and that's, don't mess with me, because everything you guys use for your political gains
depends on me.
So just don't bother me. You're lucky that I don't take a side. So just, back off.
And the best flex that any of them could do would be they could say, you know what? Yeah, we got a new policy. No politics on our social media from anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that would screw so many on both sides, any sides in the middle, it's like, find somewhere else to put it.
Yeah.
Well, out of here, Sty. Stephanie's gonna be home in a little bit, and I gotta at least find the driveway before she gets here.
Or be standing out there to flag her in.
It's over here.
That's one thing with my young boy. The last time he stopped to visit, he said, well, I kept looking at his watch, and I go, are you in a hurry? And he goes, I got to get out of here. And I said, why? And he says, Mom drove her Jeep off to the driveway and she's stuck. And I said, oh, I've never been out to her house. And he says, then I got to go pull pull her out, tow her out. And I said, "Oh, is the driveway steep?" He goes, "No, it's level. It's flat." I go, "What do you mean it's flat? The yard must be dropped below the drive." No, not really. He says, "Just not plowed." And I said, "Well, then how'd she go off the driveway into, must be a narrow driveway?" He goes, "No, it's about 18 feet wide." And I go, "Oh, shit. I'm sorry. I forgot we were talking about your mother." If anybody can't hit an 18-foot wide driveway, and he says, and it's perfectly shoveled clean, spotless, but she managed to drive into the yard and get it stuck.
Oh, that's
And she's upset because she bought a Jeep, so that wouldn't happen. Yeah, doesn't mean they won't get stuck. Yep. Okay, it's been good there, buddy.
yeah. It was nice to catch up. It's been a while.
It's been a while. It's been a while. Yeah, yeah, and we'll do it again. We'll do
Oh,
it again.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Well,
So
you
stay in
enjoy
touch,
yourself.
man.
I will. Running Water, nice to talk to you again.
Yep, you too. Take care. Try to stay warm.
I'm gonna try. First, I gotta bundle up and go find my driveway.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, go out there and practice for me.
Yeah, I'll should I send you a tutorial video on how to use a snowblower?
No, I'll learn as I go.
There we go. My suggestion, I'm going to be blowing south because right now the wind's coming out of the north.
Out of the north.
I don't want to come in looking like the abominable.
That's it. Boy, that chute on my snowblower is going to get a lot of use tomorrow, man. It's always going to be downwind, man. You're blowing
That's the
downwind.
plan.
Yeah.
Well, but that's one thing that's really messed up with where we're at is that wind likes to shift
Coming off
there,
the lake.
Yeah, it's like, it's going one way and then you turn around and it's like, well, no, it's going the other way now. You're constantly cranking that chute.
Yeah. You got to stay on top of it. You keep one hand close to that chute lever. Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys have a good day.
You betcha.
Take care.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
The loon is singing.
The loon is singing.
Yeah. Yeah. I gotta get that for my phone. I like that loon, man. The only problem with that hearing his loon on the phone is, God, it makes me want summer that much more.
Yeah. You should be hearing it out along the lake.
Yeah. Instead of sitting in the house going, nasty out there. What's it looking like out there? This is kind of cool having the second camera. Yeah, she's still blowing good. Yeah. I notice it looks like out at the end by the road, the sidewalk snow is starting to build up again. So, yeah. The wind. Talk to you later, Rain Dancer. You have a good day. Hello, Chris. It's just we've been just hanging out here in the Sty Shack. Well, it's got a good winter storm going on outside here in northern Wisconsin. Look forward down the road here, probably within a week. I'll post a video of me out there snow blowing tomorrow. Nasty crap. Ought to be interesting. People will be shocked. They'll go, "Oh my gosh, Sty actually does work. He does do things." Yeah, that was camp. I had a lot of. Oh, okay, Chris. Okay, yeah, I remember. Great to see you. Welcome back, man. But I Yeah, me Devil says it looks great there because he's there. Because where he is. Yeah. Um, that's it. Is oh wow. I've had people. I've made that mistake, and I've told people they'd say, "Oh, look at what's going on here," and I go, "Oh my gosh, look at that! That's beautiful." And they go, "Yeah, because you ain't in it." Oh yeah, sorry. And there's nothing worse than somebody, they're in their backyard and they're filming and they're going, look at this nasty storm. And you hear this beep, beep, beep. And they go, oh my gosh, we just got a tornado warning. And you're over in the chat saying, oh, that's awesome. That is great. That is so cool. And they're like, no, it ain't. I could die. And you're like, oh, yeah, I guess. Yeah, I should.
I love storms.
Yeah, I just love storms. Oh, I wish I was there with you. My ass, you do not. But
Yeah, last night that storm come through that had bolt lightning hit one of the bins out there, one of the big bean bins out there, right next to where we're parked. Just, ooh, heard the boom before we heard the sound of flash.
uh-huh. Yeah.
And Bean was in back sleeping.
Oh, I bet he wasn't sleeping after that.
Oh, he jumps up, he's barking and like, well, whatever that was, I better warn people about it.
Oh,
oh God.
And that's the thing too, is a lot of places you go to, if you've got heavy lightning activity, you're hauling iron, and you're hauling it to yards that are full of iron, and there ain't a lot of trees around. It's just like a giant lightning bolt,
right?
Just begging to get hit. And I can remember times hauling steel where it was like they come right out and tell you, no, we don't want you out of your rig until this storm blows through. They don't want you standing out there with mud up to your ankles and then have one of their big old racks of steel beam get hit by a bolt of lightning and light you up out in their yard, Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's real fun when you're out there trying to chain down the load of steel in a thunderstorm, and you're standing on an aluminum ladder, throwing steel chains up and over. It's like, yeah, I'm asking for it.
Oh, I remember the days running the log loader, and I've got a 38-foot boom, and I've got that boom up in the air with a log in the claw, and there hits a bolt of lightning, hits a damn tree about 100 yards away, and I'm like, I'm sitting on a lightning rod, man. I'm sitting on an all-steel machine that's got two big steel feet that are stuck in the ground, pushing on the ground, and I'm sticking that thing up in the air in the middle of a lightning storm. You bloody moron. I mean, and I've seen in a yard where they build the loaders, I've seen rigs that were lightning struck, blows all the hydraulic lines out of them, toast, and makes me wonder what the operator looks like. Yeah, they don't want you killed in the yard. Paperwork's a nightmare. Yeah. They could care less about you. It's the paperwork, man. Don't give me that paperwork to have to do.
It's like that guy I used to do construction with down in Iowa. He's like, yeah, we've got workman's comp, but just know if you fall off the roof, you're fired before you hit the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yep. I'll never forget with the tree service, we were pissed when we found out that our workers' comp insurance went way up. It wasn't for any of us on the heavy equipment, ground crew, or climbers. Our two gals in the office, their workers' comp went up to 42%. Well, that's 42. That's like the two of them, for every hour the two of them worked, we had to pay for 3 people. Well, that's insane. So we get a hold and said, why did our workers' comp go up so high on our secretaries? And they said, because of your accident history with the tree service, we figured just being a secretary, there's a high risk. So yeah, we had to really kind of argue with them to get them to bring that rate back down, because it used to be like 14%. They're secretaries. How are they going to get hurt? Oh, I broke a nail. But no, they figured it was. Look at all these guys getting cut up with chainsaws, breaking legs, and then all these accidents and shit that happen. Everybody under that operation were jacking their rates up. They jacked them up over 40%, and I just like, no. So we were telling those gals, guess what? You have to park. We gave them their own special parking spots and said, you're not allowed to even drive your car into the actual yard anymore. You have to park way up here by this building and park and then walk in. We don't want you walking near the yard, driving near the yard, nothing. Otherwise, we got to pay for an employee that doesn't even exist. Yeah. Well, guys, I'm looking at the clock here. We're rolling on 3 o'clock here. Oh, I'm going to be wrapping it up in about 8 minutes. I can't believe it. My butt. And I'm sitting in this beautiful, beautiful, comfy life seat. And I know I've been sitting too long when my butt starts to fall asleep in this seat. I can fall asleep in this seat, but my butt shouldn't. That comfy life pad is just, boy, is that an ass saver. It's been an ass saver for me. Another
a definite asset.
Asset, yeah. Because my ass set right on that. Yeah. That is a great add-on to a studio, though. I do have to say, if you're going to stream for more than an hour at any time, you need to invest in a comfy life seat cushion.
Yeah, this is not a paid endorsement.
No, it's not. Yeah, I don't get nothing out of it except a comfy butt. I noticed that old wind seems to be picking up out there again. I don't like that.
How's that footrest thing been working for you?
Oh, that footrest is to die for too, because how do I put it? It's like you got options. It's a 45-degree angle, but it's got the massage rollers in the center, textured on both sides so your feet don't slide down. And they put your legs, you set your chair just right, and it puts your feet and your legs in just the right position. They don't get tired or fatigued. And if your feet, you start losing circulation just from sitting, just run them on those rollers and bring circulation back. You can sit here in your socks or even barefoot and just, it's comfy. And it's at the right spot that I can actually stretch my legs out and use it like a footstool. So I just rest my ankle on, put my heel on it, use it like a footstool. So yeah, it's great.
A little creeper back here.
You stop the rig, so he's like, now what do we do for the day? Are you on your way to your tomorrow morning pickup?
I'm actually picking up at the plant here in Rensselaer. That's where I
Oh,
just got to.
oh, okay.
'Cause I delivered down by Franklin, Kentucky.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but then, but yeah, I'll get a load from here, and then that's going down to somewhere in North Carolina, I think.
Now, yeah, you're gonna load up yet today or tomorrow morning?
I was thinking I was going to grab it today,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, I can grab that today, and then let's see, where's it going?
Yeah, Dean.
Raleigh, North Carolina,
Uh-huh.
for Thursday morning.
Oh, for Thursday. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. You got plenty of time to get over there.
yeah, 9 a.m. Thursday morning. It's like, heck, I'll be there tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, Dean, one of those massage chairs like they got at the mall. Yeah, yeah. And me devil, someone my age shouldn't say it's something to die for. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Another one bites the dust. Yeah. It's inevitable. It's going to happen someday. It could happen still today. The day's not over.
yeah,
But it may not happen for another 10 years or more, So I don't worry myself about it. It's kind of like are they watching? Yeah. Maybe I am dying. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not gonna, I don't live to die. So I'm not gonna worry about myself too much. Yeah, I've sat in a few massage chairs. My mother had a power recliner that had the massage in it and all that, and it's all power. I mean, one of those that'll even stand you up that you don't have to get out of it. It just stands you straight up and you walk away from it. You walk back to it, put your butt against it, hit the button, and it sits down with you in it. I love that chair. And when she passed away and they're giving all her stuff away to family members and stuff, I wanted that chair and I found out it was already gone. It's already gone. Doggone it. I got some good heirlooms for the family, but nobody was thinking. They didn't think, oh, well, Sty might like that chair. They knew that I get out and I hike and camp and do all that. They figured he don't need that old fart chair. Well, I don't need it, but it would be fun, man.
yeah,
It'd be kind of cool. That's just
yeah.
like Running Water and I were talking about his stairs here. And I even looked online. I haven't gotten a response back yet, but I got this gal. She's a benefit specialist for Medicare, and it looks like I could possibly have it totally paid for. I can get one of them power lifts. We mount in that staircase. They got this neat one now. It only sticks less than 4 inches out from the wall.
Right.
And the seat folds up. When it gets to the top of the stairs, it would go around the corner and the seat folds up. So it doesn't take you could just have normal stairs. Or if you're feeling lazy, flop the seat down and ride down. And what I really thought was cool is the damn thing is set up so that let's say it's up at the top of the stairs and I'm down here, I just took the stairs down. And I don't want to go back up the stairs. There'll be a tiny little panel that's mounted on the wall, and you just hit a button, and here comes the chair to come and get me. It's like calling a cab, man. Do I need it? No, I go up and down them stairs probably 6 times a day. But It would be fun to ride. I mean,
Yeah. I'm thinking, it's like, yeah, you push the button and the thing comes down, and then you put your clothes hamper on there with the bungee, and then push the button to send it back up.
you're thinking just like me. I was thinking, man, I should have looked into that before I even actually moved in. All the shit we hauled upstairs, things got, what was it, 250-pound capacity?
Yeah.
Everything we had could have been strapped on that chair. Send it up.
Yeah, just walk with it to stabilize it.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah, it took two of us to get that upstairs. Me and my power lift. Yep, the stair rider.
Although every time I see one of those, first thing that comes to mind is Gremlins.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, when that gal goes up the stairs and launches right out the window.
you're out of here. Yeah, make damn sure it's covered so that it can't exceed a certain miles per hour, steps per second. The and here I was thinking, and they actually asked the width of your stairwell, and I thought this one, I can't remember how many inches is narrow. It's a narrow staircase, and I thought there ain't no way. Sure enough, it's like 4 different models popped up, and that are designed specifically for these very narrow staircases. And I was like, what the hell? Really? Because you look on there, the ones they show you that looks like the seat out of your truck,
Mhm.
and oh yeah, that's for a staircase that's 4 feet wide, and great big old cushion chair with armrests and goddamn joystick on it, and controls. Yeah. Or even an elevator. I watched Nothing But Trouble, that movie, and the old judge in his chair, he pops up out of the floor at the judge's bench. I thought about that. A hole in the bedroom floor, and they have this on a hoist. I never have to go.
Well, yeah, because that wall behind you continues right up. That's the wall in your bedroom. So,
Right. This back wall, that's the bedroom right there. In fact, a hole right here, I'd come out and I'd be facing the bed and only about a foot away from the bed.
Right.
I could stand up, just fall in the bed.
Yeah, you'd come out right there between the door and the closet.
Yeah. Actually closer to the door because the room's way over there. The closet's right over there. So the vent is right here. Right. So I'm just this side of just beyond the vent. So I come up right by the vent with the vent on the floor right beside me there. That perfect.
Well,
the door would be to the right. I could open the door.
Well, and how's that for personal security? Someone comes in the house.
I'm out of here.
You go down, or you just wait into your room, but you set the chair down, so there's just a hole in the floor now when they come in your bedroom.
Yeah. Wahoo! Yeah. Yeah. If I was a gazillionaire.
Yeah, and see, I think that would be one of those loopholes on, the whole booby trap law, where you can't set booby traps to personally harm someone.
Right.
Well, it's like, well, no, that was my assistive device, and they harmed themselves.
Yeah. I had a sign out in the hallway that said, watch your step.
Well, it looks like you had a rug over that hole. No, they drug that down with them from the hallway.
The deans, they in charge a nickel for riders. That's the thing. The grandkids come to visit. I'd have to have a coin slot on that bugger. And damn grandkids, I want to ride the chair. I want to ride the chair. Hey, takes $1.50 in change, man. If you ain't got $1.50, you can buy tokens in the living room.
I don't know about those kids. I'd say putting it to the top and put a bike chain on it so nobody uses it.
That's it. Lock that bugger up. Yeah. Or that thing would run constant. And there'd be a big fight going on in the staircase, Yeah.
Wow. And you'd find out how many people could actually ride on it at one time.
That too. Yeah. They test the capacity, guaranteed. When
and there's a few of them that are pushing the capacity, by themselves.
Yeah. Your sister, when she said that she was going to come up with her tribe to visit, I thought about it, and if they all came up, I figured it out. We're not all going to be able to sit in the living room, and it's a big living room, but there ain't enough room, even if I have enough folding chairs and shit to set up. There ain't enough room. So I figured it out. I'd have to put 3 on the floor in the studio, out front of the studio here. 3 would have to sit on the floor there. The rest of them, we could squeeze into the living room. But in the living room, there would also be 2 to 3 of them sitting on the floor. We don't have enough chairs in this place. There's just not, counting all the stools, folding chairs, and actual seats we have. No, ain't room for her, just her kids, her family. No, there ain't enough room for them all. And there ain't enough room in my mind to deal with that many of them all. And she wants to come and visit. I'll see. I'm going to try to talk her into waiting until late spring, sometime in May, that I take a road trip down to see them instead of them coming here. I don't know. Dean says make a Sty chair out of jeans. Yeah, like my camp chair, right? We don't. I'm not too comfortable with riding in something that I bushcraft together that's powered and going up.
Yeah. Well, now, Harbor Tool, they've got the remote controlled winches for the front of your truck. We attach that to the ceiling, run that down through a hole to your jean hammock chair. And
No.
Have the camera going.
Oh, absolutely, because just add to the blooper reel. Yeah. Let's watch Sty crash and burn again. Dial 911. Hey. That's the thing here too, is it? I don't know how other states and municipalities deal with it. I don't know if it's a SOP nationwide or not on the 911 system. But here, if you dial, even if you butt dialed it, 911, and you go, oh, no, and you hang up.
They're showing up.
Get ready for the knock on the door, because they are showing up. Yeah. Especially if it's a hang up on them. They will show up.
If it's a compulsive wellness check at that point.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
They have to assume that you dialed it intentionally. And so they do have to come and do a quick wellness check.
Well, and we had that happen at that house there, that 911 was called. And they showed up at the house. And they're like, well, someone called 911. I'm like, I don't even know where the phone jack would be. And I haven't seen a because they said it was the landline.
Oh, by
Yo.
landline.
by
Yeah, that would be
landline.
weird.
And it's like I haven't seen a landline phone in decades. I haven't owned one because we've got 3 cell phones between the 2 of us.
Yep.
You know, yeah, we ended up calling the phone company and stuff and found out that there was someone I don't know which side, but one of the neighbors had gotten an additional line put in
Uh-huh.
and it ended up like piggybacking on the line for our house. Like there was a cross on the wire when they hooked it up. So when there was a accident and dial at
Their
one of the
house.
houses, it rang
Yeah.
up as our address. It's like it's like no,
No, not us. No,
not us. It's like we can't. They're like, well, 911's active even if you don't have a phone plan. It's like I understand that, but we don't even have a phone to hook up to
Phone.
it to call
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. If we had a phone, then I'd be interested. But we haven't even got a phone. Now that's another thing here is with the evolution of cell phones, right?
Mhm.
It's quite a few years back now. We had a vehicle accident. We weren't in it, but witnessed it. And somebody said, somebody's got to call the cops. And I said, I'll call. 911 did, and I'm on my cell phone. 911, and I said, yeah, we got an accident out here, and this was over on 53. Or not, is that 50? 63. 63.
Yeah.
Over here on 63, heading down to Hayward. I said, we're over here on 63, mile marker, approximate this, and we got a car accident. And the dispatchers goes, where in the world is Highway 63? And I said, just west of Ashland going south to Hayward. Ashland? Where are you calling from? I said, I'm out on Highway 63, just southwest of Ashland. They said, do you realize you're talking to the sheriff's department here in Grand Marais, Minnesota? I go, I am. Damn cell phone tower. Ping the nearest sheriff's department on its tower. And it was Grand Marais, Minnesota. It wasn't
across the bay. Yeah.
across the bay, across the lake, across Lake Superior. And they laughed and they said they have that happen in that whole northern Minnesota region. They'll get emergency calls from communities that are 150, 200 miles away. And they said, we got this, master, just stay tight. And I could hear them click, 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 click. And the phone went dead. Then it came back on and click, and then it rang. And then, dispatch, how can I help you? And I go, is this Ashland? Oh, yes, this is. This is the Ashland Sheriff's Department. I go, oh, thank God. I was talking to Grand Marais. And they said they weren't going to send a cop down here. Yeah. Oh, hell no, we ain't sending no cop out to that. Hey, you have a good one, Dean. Have a good one, Dean. With that, guys, let's wrap it up. Let's call it a day.
I better go do some actual work outside the truck.
In 60-degree weather.
Well,
Friday.
it's 55 now. I'm a bit further north, but I'm heading to North Carolina, so yeah. I'm just hoping this back and forth, because I'm going down to Carolinas and coming back, but there's supposed to be that whole convoy thing that's going on. That they're planning on being up by DC this weekend, and it's like, I don't want to get stuck in that. Let me get across the line and get back to the north end because I'm supposed to be home this time next week.
Right. That's hard. That's hard to believe too. That's only about a week away. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And you'll get to see what Joe was bitching about when packages. Because I fill up my cart before I come home and order like the week before I come home. So there'll be packages coming over the next few days.
Well, then in front of your seat by the couch will be a little fuller.
Yeah. Not a lot of stuff, but
Yeah, yeah. And I picture like the fire pit, and the weight of that fire pit ain't so bad. I thought it'd be heavier than that, but and it's nice that 30-inch. It's not too big.
Right.
It's not a huge fire pit. It's a good size, but just so you're aware, right away through my mind, looking at that beautiful fire pit, man, it's not being used to burn our debris wood. I will put a temporary pit up, and that's where the cleanup fires will be, because I'm not using that fire pit for cleanup, man. That's for campfire. I like that new pit. Yeah. Yeah, I like that new pit. I don't want to use that. That's got a fire going in it for 8 hours a day for 3 weeks. No, that's our nice evening campfire pit, man. I like it. I like that.
We'll figure out where we want it, and then I got those pavers. We'll just lay those out and set that on it. And
that's the legs. Everything about that fire pit I like that. And so I'm gonna look around, and I know I can find one. I'm gonna find one of those steel oil pans for changing oil in a rig.
Mm-hmm.
One of the bigger ones that they usually use on a diesel,
Right.
And they're about 4 inches deep. They're about 26 inches around. It'll fit right between them legs. And I want to put one of those pans under it on the pavers so that I can pull out with the ashes in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So any overflow ash drops into that pan, easy to pull out. Use that pan to clean out the pit and carry the pan off. And I'm going to have one spot that we compost the ash. And
yeah.
Oh, yeah, you got me.
When I was shopping around for them, I was looking at the different ones that were available, and I saw that, it came with that half grill that can go on there. And that might come in handy. And
oh yeah, cooking over the fire.
Got the screen cover, to keep sparks from flying out. And
that's why I said it's too nice of a fire pit to use as burn anything in it. Yeah, burn. No, you want good split firewood in there. Cook on it and relax and let a nice fire go. Yeah, we'll have a temporary pit to burn up all the slash in the yard, and then we'll tear that down, and this pit will get used just for normal campfires, Yeah. You sent me that picture. I was just, look, goddamn cabin fever. Yeah.
We might have video of Sty sitting out in the snow with the fire pit, like, I'm not waiting.
Oh no! I thought about it.
Snowblow little spot that you can set up.
I thought about it in front of my trailer on the way up to where we put the garbage. That grassy area, I know what's not there, so I could snowblow out a nice big enough patch to set the thing there. But it's too close to the alley. I don't want somebody thinking they can grab it and steal it.
Right.
So. Yeah. Me, Dib will keep the horses away from the fire pit. Yeah, we don't have Stormy anymore to spread fires. So, yeah. So, hey, with that, let's wrap her up, guys. I want to thank everybody for coming and hanging out this afternoon to a surprise Sty stream. Yeah, there we go. I don't do them often, but I don't mind doing them. Running water, it's his fault. He suggested. Well, he kind of led me down that way with, it's one of those days, You play PlayStation and think around with your studio. And I'm going, doing a live stream is like playing PlayStation, and I get to play with my studio at the same time. So, yeah, I'll do a live stream. So I'm glad we did it. And, yeah, look forward to that video I'm going to try to make tomorrow. I'll get the raw footage done tomorrow. while I'm out there in that raw shit trying to blow that snow. So
Have fun with that.
have fun. And if you guys aren't doing anything tomorrow evening, 5 p.m. Central Time, Sty Times. Otherwise, you all take care of yourselves, okay? And we'll just, let's see, well, we'll just dance with the girl in the fur coat on our way out the door. See you guys.